Alright. Hello and welcome to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys, a couple girls get together, play some Dungeons & Dragons, drink some drinks, eat some food, and try to stay alive. As you can tell, we got everybody today, and audio should be a little bit louder. After talking with a lot of you and watching, I noticed that on like a TV, if you were watching from a TV, you probably didn't hear us as well. But now you should hear us quite clearly. And then also, if you need to reduce the volume, you can. I also fixed some things with the music, so if you're here, you should be able to hear the music clearly and be able to also hear us as well. And also during the halftime, I have found a way to be able to play music and be able to conversate outside of that without. Oh snap! Sorry. So anyway, with that, some basics. You'll see that we are still continuing our goal to reach 250. Well, half of that goes to military vets. The other half is going to go to an upgrade to the stream of something in some way, shape, or form. Also, Nerd Brew is a Discord chat where a lot of people get together to play a variety of things: board games, D&D, Magic the Gathering. They get together at certain places where you'll be able to play board games and just hang out with people and mingle. Definitely get to know those people, so definitely check them out on Discord. Sunshine Games is a local Tampa card shop as well as board game shop. They do many events, especially with like Magic, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, so definitely check out on their page as well. I don't think I have many other announcements. Next week, I think we're still okay for next week, so we shouldn't have any issues there. We'll be here. We are still feeling some aftermath of a storm here in Tampa, so if something happens, just bear with us. We'll make sure that things work out. Other than that, I guess we'll go ahead and dive into tonight's episode, where last week you guys scryed on Rahun. You found out that he was in Tortola talking to the Rabarak, bartering with some kind of secret plan or something. But you guys came back to the mansion, dealt with some small things, and then talked with each other about Baltimore's control over his demons. And you guys concluded that you are not 100% trusting or trying to figure out what is going on with him and his demons. You guys all went to sleep as Baltimore took Lacey and went to the new musicians and band that came into the mansion, where you guys set aside some goods, where you guys also traded and bought a couple things, and gave them lodging for the night, as they said that they do play their instruments late into the evening and into the early morning. So as you guys proceeded there, what's up, No Deployment? Thanks, man. Thanks for the subscribe. And then Lacey and Baltimore were dancing as Baltimore got Baltimore, somebody wants you to have their kids.
That's cool. I can't see anything.
Oh, you can't? He says, I love you, Baltimore, have my kids.
Thumbs down. Let's do it.
So anyway, with that, we left off where Baltimore was getting the feeling of his demons rising again, where it was said to him that they do not like, or one of them does not like music. As you feel this begin to rise within you, what would you like to do?
So I immediately yell Vincula as I turn and begin to dash towards the what's it called? The entrance, the outside entrance to Rahun's. The outside entrance to the outside entrance to Rahun's forge.
To Rahun's forge. Okay, so alright, so you run up. Okay, so Sven, we'll go to you. So, what instrument are you playing?
Right now, probably pulling out my violin, just because things are getting intense now.
Okay.
Start playing like some like Double Went Down Georgia stuff.
Sure. So you're like,
just like
fiddling it up.
Yeah.
As you begin to notice that the two people that have been dancing in front of you, that you know to be one of the gentlemen of the house and another lady of servant in some way, shape, or form, just based on brief contact. You see as one of them begins, or the male begins to almost get like restless, and he looks for the exit as he like bolts to the exit. As you begin to see like his skin start to change shape, all of the external features that he has starts to turn darker red to a black. Baltimore, as you finally get the door out, you get to the door, you feel your body just completely get encumbered with the demon and his rage. As you begin to see the chains as they like break through the front door, dashing toward you, and you take a second because you go to flip around so that way you get chained and pulled back into the room normally. Well, so as you get chained and you're getting pulled from the threshold of the door, your vision catches one last look at the site that's in front of you. You see the dance floor, you see Lacey in terror. You look at the musicians through your red, what do you call it, tunnel vision like?
Sure.
Gaze, yeah. And you notice that two of the bards, or that you would assume are bards, are there. Both of them looking at you terrified, but the one off to the right playing the fiddle, he's completely demonic. Like he looks completely demonic, or he is like a demon form.
Like a tiefling, or like something different? Because I've seen tieflings.
Like he's one of you. Like you as like Belloc.
Okay.
You know he's a demon.
Okay.
So what you're looking at is another demon-like entity.
Got it.
Playing the fiddle as you get wrapped into the room, being pulled. Yes.
If that's the case, can I see his then, or at least like from what you described, do I know what's going on with him?
You definitely see that he's turning into somewhat of a. I mean, I wouldn't say like a demon form. I would say more of like, you would assume that it's either demon, infernal, like a demon devil, or
some being of some sort.
Some evil being.
Right.
And you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage on your way in, but it doesn't really matter. Or for him.
Yeah, I understand.
So...
No, I don't think so.
So for you two, the ones that are asleep, go ahead and make a perception with disadvantage. Because you two are asleep.
You said disadvantage, right?
Correct.
30.
14.
14. So you're still asleep. However, you hear the rattling of chains as it bursts through the rooms and doorways of the mansion, and then you hear as it's being pulled back into the basement.
So I wake up and I see, I knew it! And I immediately go down to the basement.
Sure, as you go down the stairs, Lacey kind of comes running, and she's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
So I immediately slap her and I say, get in the room. Get in the room, now!
Okay. She goes up to the room, and you go down into the basement?
Yes.
Alright, so you go down.
I have my staff of power with me.
Okay. Staff of power? You mean the staff of withering?
No, the staff of power.
Oh, you took the staff of power?
I paid extra for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got both of them.
Yeah.
That's what it was. All right, so you take your staff of power down with you. and you notice that his room is locked, and you see small ruins glow in various
Like I would
sections.
recognize it as like him being down there. I've seen it before.
You've seen something in there before, so this is replicating what it is.
Okay. So I just stand and listen.
Sure. Are you doing anything?
I look
It's
all the commotion's going on. I just look at my bandmates. I just walk to the kitchen.
I think we're gonna pack up. Like I'm pretty sure. Like we're gonna just pack up for the night. Maybe get hunkered in.
I just pull out some mushrooms from my pouch, and I walk into the kitchen.
Good idea.
Do I see that it's secure?
Yeah, you see this.
So I go wait Cass.
Okay, so you go wait, Cass.
Yeah,
I let them pack up because I don't have anything.
I heard it. Did he say the word on himself?
No, she didn't hear it.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, you were asleep. You were still asleep.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, the chains. The chains have been activated.
You didn't activate them?
No. Did you?
No, he must have said it himself.
I just want to walk downstairs. I'm gonna
I think we should go down there. I've just
activate
checked.
it and walk downstairs.
Well, you're walking in the main floor.
He's in there
Just
now.
wherever they went.
Oh, they're upstairs.
Oh, they went upstairs.
Yeah, he's upstairs in Cass's room.
He's in the guest house though.
Yeah, he's coming into the mansion.
That's what he said. He said
Yeah.
he went to the kitchen.
Yeah, well, the guest house has a kitchen also.
Oh.
That's why I thought.
I think he specifically meant the mansion. You went the mansion, right?
Yeah,
mansion,
they're all the commotions.
Yeah, you're going to where the people. You're going where the people are.
Yeah.
Well, agreement.
So
What agreement?
None of them were to come inside the mountain. They were staying in the guest house for the night.
That's cool. I still just pull it down and I
So
go.
you go up to
To Cass, I wake her. I say that the chain.
yeah. You hear some commotion coming up from upstairs.
Cool. Say we should go downstairs.
And for the sake of it, I forgot that part of the agreement. You would have known to walk into the house as part of breaking an agreement that they made, whatever the case may be. So that's up to you to use at your discretion. I'll allow you to stay outside if you want to like yell in the door or whichever. But you would have that information. That I don't want to penalize you or.
All right, that's fine. I'll still activate it and I'll just walk the grounds. Just
Okay, so you kind of like measure the outside. Okay, cool. You would see them through the window. That like the big old owlery up front. You can kind of hear stuff out there.
Cool.
So you wake up. Go ahead.
I think we should go down.
Okay, are there still people outside, or did everybody tuck in for the night?
Well, I think those performers and the traveling salesmen are out there playing their instruments.
You're sure he's in the room?
I went and checked. The ruins are all lit up and how it's been when he's been down there.
Okay, well, let's go assure everybody that
I want to just kind of be
He's
standing
fine.
through a window.
we're gonna go downstairs.
Sure. As you're going downstairs, like you see this individual standing outside with what's your basic look? What do they see?
What they see
What they see staring through the window?
What they see is their own race. Essentially, the basic is going to be brown if they're human. If they're like a type of creature, it's black hair.
Okay.
It's pulled out to a ponytail in the back and stuff. My cloak would be up though.
Okay.
Normal like greenish brown eyes and everything, but my right eye is blind. It's all white.
Okay.
And yeah, just kind of wearing a
Alright,
cloak.
so you see an individual, you're both elves, or half-elf? Elf and half-elf. So, you see a half-elf for you see an elf for you looking in the window, with a whited out, it's like a white out eye.
Yeah, the eye's still there, but it's definitely not like alive anymore. It's definitely I'm blind in that eye, and it's just like the white.
And look through the window, you notice that he's like trying to find out information, like just kind of looking around, but for whatever reason he also looks like he's spacey.
As I just keep staring at him, kind of like past them, and I just pull out some more mushrooms and just
Okay, so I'll go to the door. Open the door. Are you like by the window by the door?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're like right there.
Close the window, just still staring in.
I'll open the door. Hello, can I help you? I heard there was a racket, but I assure you everything is fine.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, can I help you? My name is Cass. I'm the lady of this house.
Corvus.
He is my
As you
owl.
see, Corvus comes down and just kind of perches right on his shoulder.
Corvus.
And you see is like Corvus also kind of like puts his head down and just kind of like starts snuggling into like the side of his head.
How do you know Corvus?
I don't.
I'm gonna insight this guy.
I know his friend.
Well, he's a good judge of character.
What was that?
I'm gonna insight this guy for his good character.
Or his judge of character?
Yeah.
Sure.
So if he trusts you, I suppose I can.
I guess it was smell bud.
Stick my hand out.
Yeah. 23.
After
23?
grab it.
He's genuine. From what he's genuine from what he's doing. You can tell though that he's kind of a space astronaut. Like maybe not all his marbles are there.
I pull out some more mushrooms, munch down on it for a second. I just kind of walk past her. Start walking the ground.
First of all,
Corvus.
no. Before he tries to walk past her, because he opened the door, did he not?
No, she opened the door. I'm still outside, just at the
He's
window.
walking past her around the ground.
Oh, yeah, just on the
That's
ground.
fine. So he walks past her around the ground.
I go to your garden.
I close the door.
I don't know who he is, but Corvus seems to be friends with him.
Okay, animals and people are different.
Yes, but Corvus is a good judge of character,
I
and I
close
trust.
the door and I say we have another matter to attend to at the moment.
Right. Well, if you're sure that he's in the room, that's what it was enchanted to do. I'm
Yes.
not worried about it.
So we need to discuss.
Let's go and make sure that there is not a commotion outside with our guests.
Okay.
Or else there will be no contract with them in the future.
This is true. This is true. Okay.
If you want to stay in the house and check on the room, that's fine. I'll go outside.
I'll stay in the house.
Okay, so I'm gonna go outside, check and see if there's like a hubbub among the guests.
He seems pretty okay, but like as you look across, you can like the door's partially open, and you can see they're like packing up stuff. They're like definitely hunkering in.
I'm just having a conversation with Corvus as I just like feed him a mouse from my pouch.
Sure.
Well, he knows everybody, and I've introduced myself to him, so I'll go over and kind of stand by you, since I introduced myself to you, and I'll kind of like clap to get everybody's attention. Hi, everybody!
I cast thaumaturgy and amplifier voice.
Sure. So you're like, and it just bursts. Everybody!
I'm Cass, the lady of the house. I know there has been a commotion, but I assure you that everything is fine and there's no reason to be afraid.
Are you sure?
Yes. A member of our party has a certain affliction, and we have a room that is specifically enchanted to handle him.
I just stand up right next to her with Corvus on my shoulders and I go, "It's only the brothers of hell. We are all fine."
I assure you that no harm will come to you or your things.
The lead guy that you've been kind of talking to kind of looks over at Sven and he goes, "If Sven's okay with it, we will be fine."
Okay. Sven, I take it that you are alright with that?
This
Okay.
is your house. I'm on.
Okay. I assure you that no harm will befall you. You can go about your festivities and come and go from the guest house as you please.
Okay. Take a quick pause there. Sam, I'm gonna come over to you, bud. So, yeah, you're up in Arcadia, and you put up a bounty, 500 gold bounty on a elven kingdom that hasn't been found in a dragon. Correct?
Sorry.
Not the open county, just the look for a yellow dragon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay, cool. So, you have two people that come to you.
I think it's wrong.
So it's a 1d.
One of which is a middle-aged fellow. He kind of like finds. He goes, "Are you the person that's with this bounty?"
1d10.
I am.
You got 9.
I don't have facts, but I have hearsay and maybe a couple of rumors that could potentially be true.
10 times 3.
Now the bounty's not gonna get the bounty unless it's true.
First.
Oh yeah, correct. After
Well, I do know this to be true. There was a dragon that attacked the Iron Wall not too long ago.
Two what you already have it, 71. So
What other breath did it have?
yeah, you're not going. So how much?
I don't know, but I know that
Right.
the rocks themselves shook.
Then you might just add
Oh, what?
whatever.
The rocks themselves shook at the quiver of his screech.
This.
Well, that isn't what I'm looking for.
Very well.
So plus 5 essentially too.
That isn't,
14 additional hit points.
That's not the type of dragon I'm looking for.
Yes, to the side.
May I ask what exactly is the one that you're looking for?
It's a dragon that breathes holy fire.
So that would have been a reasonable height.
And what is the color behind it?
Because then it would have
Yellow.
been 2, so you would have been plus.
Yellow.
That's right.
Yeah, that would probably be right. You don't go a lot. Like, the only reason
I will see if I know of any.
So he put a lot of.
Good day to you, sir.
And he also.
Thank you.
Another gentleman walks up, older,
Yeah, who
and he says, "You, sir, are the one with the bounty?"
like that, so it's high.
Only for information that actually leads to finding what I'm looking for.
And you are looking for the yellow dragon, correct?
That is correct.
There has been,
He still has the ultimate set.
well, before I give any information, how do I know that your 500 gold is to be true?
You travel with
Either you take me on it or you don't. I'm the one that posted the bounty. I obviously have the money where I wouldn't have posted it.
And how do I know once I give you this information you won't just teleport away?
Oh, like I said, if the information is true, you will get the money. But if the information is false, you get nothing.
I require half up front.
when you multi-class.
I will not pay half for information that is false.
If it is false, you can come back and find me.
How am I supposed to find you then, considering I had to put a post up to find you?
My name is Gerard. Any of the Archmages will know my name. Just find one of them or come back to Arcadia. You will find me here in the library.
Now, have you seen this with your own eyes?
In a sense,
Please explain.
you are familiar with the scribes, well?
I am.
Exactly.
Alright. Well then, I will give you half up front.
So it's about a minute.
And
Half damn.
if your information pans out, I will find you and give you the other half. And I will make a pact with the person that took me into this castle, which happens to be the Grand Archmage. And if your information is false, it will not end well for you.
Who is your master?
You would ask me, and I don't have it on me. Give me 1 second, I gotta look it up. I can't remember what we named it.
Alright, so yeah.
Is that better?
No.
Sounds the same. What exactly does it sound like? Just louder?
Now there's something going on.
Now there's something going on?
Yeah, I hear static.
I can down that.
Now there's something going on? Oh, it might have been when I was there.
Archmage Agnes.
Who said he was an archmage? Headmage and an archmage are two different.
I'm sorry. It's not Alistar.
Oh. Alright, is that better? Or probably not. Headmage and an archmage are two different. I'm sorry. It's not Alistar.
Agnes was the man that took me in and died. Alistar is the one that took me after that.
Got you. That's great. Terrible does not help me.
It doesn't seem to be doing it now.
Yeah, it seems better.
Okay, I'm wondering if it was just terrible. Terrible does not help me.
This is much better now.
Okay, well, I might do this then. Alright, that's better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry. Okay, so he says, yes, Alistar. I know him very well. He's part of the council, but not an archmage, not yet. Therefore, but he is in line. Well, you can still get with Alistar, and he will show you to me if need be. But I will take 250 gold up front for the information, and afterward, you will feel free to come find me to give me back, or to give me the other 250 gold.
Alright. I handed the 250.
So, the yellow dragon that you seek is in the dunes of Carandesh. He's buried in the desert, so he's very quite hard to find, but if you go to the various towns there, you should be able to kind of pinpoint his location. He moves from time to time, but he is there, not to worry.
Alright. I will follow this up and I will get back to you.
Enjoy your hunting, and I shall see you next time, yeah?
Yep. Hopefully not too long.
Good day to you, sir. As you see, do you give him the 250?
Mm-hmm.
So, and he leaves. Are you sticking around Arcadia, or are you going to be teleporting back?
I was actually going to, with now the knowledge of where the dunes in Carandesh is what you said?
Yeah.
Alright, I am going to go back to the Grand Hall and see if I can find where the closest teleportation sigil is that I have studied.
Gotcha. So I'll let you do that. So we're going back to E4.
Okay.
So you finish that, and so it is you three outside, or are you still in the house?
I'm in the house.
Got it.
I'm pretty much going down to like check the door just to make sure that everything's like intact. Nothing seems like it could possibly come out. Notify Duenna and other house members that like what's going on.
Sure.
This is the first time for her.
No, but like this is different.
As she's like finishing telling everybody not to worry about everything, I follow up behind her. I go, yes, the mass army will not be arriving soon, but no need to worry tonight. Enjoy yourselves. And I just walk away.
You see, as like the other two. Oh, good, the mass army. Whatever, man. Just pack up, get some sleep.
I'm chasing him down like, Sven, what are you talking about? The mass army?
I cast Mage Hand and have it just raise like a joint to my mouth. And I
So
just
you just
snap my fingers for
and then you just see this.
thaumaturgy. I do thaumaturgy again to create a little spark on it to light it and whatnot.
You are now air jointing.
Look at what?
The army? What army?
What army?
You just said that people were going to show up, but you don't have to worry about it tonight. What are you talking about?
Correct. Tonight is fine.
Who's coming? Who are you talking about? I give up.
Dead Man's Bay. That's where I must go.
That is where you must go?
Yes.
Why?
The large army. Are you not listening? Army of the damned.
What are they? So you're going to find the army?
No.
You're going to the army.
No. Must leave before the brothers are underworld. I walk away again.
So you begin as he starts walking,
So
and he's like,
confused.
he smokes a joint, and he's just like you see him contemplating existence and the stars, and like.
I'm just gonna commit to memory everything that he just told me. Dead Man's Bay, large army, must leave, underworld. I'll ask him later.
Sure.
Like, okay, does everybody else seem to have calmed down? Like,
Yeah, for the most
for
part.
the most part? Okay, I'm gonna go back in the house.
Cool.
I go find my bandmates. I gather them up, cast Tiny Hut.
They're like, yes. Okay. Do you guys sleep tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Okay.
The only thing that you see from us is like there's like some dim like dancing lights in there and stuff to light it for us, and just like a little smoke kind of like trailing out of the front of the tent.
I like it. Emerald, so you see as
Thank you,
Cass
sir.
walks in the door.
So have you informed our guests of the dilemma?
Yeah, I have.
Good. What's up with the
So
Space
the
head.
character that was by the door, his name is Sven.
Okay.
The rest of our guests seem to point to him as kind of a leader. I calmed everybody down, and somebody else said if he,
He's the leader?
I hope not.
well, they trust his judgment, I guess, because they said if it's okay with him, then they're fine. All the commotion, I assured them everything was fine. And they said if it was okay with him, they were fine.
So are they
And
leaving
then-
now? Have we broken our agreement?
No, they're fine. They're going about their festivities as calmly as they can. But he said something about a large army and have to go to Dead Man's Bay and something about an underworld.
What?
I don't know. He's a spacey sort of fellow.
You could definitely say that, but who is he?
His name is Sven. That's what I know.
I think he's the least that we have to worry about right now. What are we gonna do about Baltimore?
Perfect. He is Sven.
Let's leave him in the room for now. That's what it's there for. Unless you want to open it up and attempt to deal with that right now. Let's get some sleep and we can open the door in the morning.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm going back to bed.
Alright. So you all sleep as you get your respective naps. Sam.
Did you say underworld?
Yeah.
I'm coming!
Good talk.
Where you at?
Moving on.
But okay.
So, the nearest one you find is land or a town below Mount Vierna,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right at the edge of the desert of Carandash.
Do I know what it's called?
No, you don't know the town. You just know the sigil and where it's located.
Alright. One more thing before I look around. Are there any animal handlers in the city?
Not animal handlers. There would be more of like mystical creature, like what's the word? Observers and like people that are education or they have education in certain animals. Baltimore, just so you know, you're like completely like half your body's cut off.
Yeah, I know. But even if I move in, it's not much better.
Alright, because I specifically I'm looking for somebody that deals in rare eggs.
Rare eggs?
Rare eggs.
That is a natural one, my friend. There is none here.
Alright, then I'm going to go talk to I've already forgot his name. I'm good at this.
Yep.
I'm gonna go talk to Alistar.
Sure. You find him in his quarters as he's just kind of sitting at a desk, and he has a quill in his hand as he's writing some documents. And he just kind of,
Alistar. I'll walk up and I'll bow.
good evening. What can I do?
I'm looking for something very particular that you may have some insight on finding.
You asked me to find the Elven City. I told you I would not find it. That is something that you must do on your own.
That's not what I'm asking.
Very well. What is it?
I'm looking. I know that we're in such a magical place, so I feel like somebody here would have found something abandoned that I'm looking to nurture and study.
Care to explain?
Specifically, I'm looking for any dragon eggs.
Why are you pursuing such an item?
Because I want to learn about my bloodline. Something that I was not taught through normal means. I had to learn from somebody that wasn't natural born.
Dragon eggs are tricky. If they are found and not sold to the black market, they are usually sold and studied, or they're simply left alone to their dragon kind.
I know that's part of the difficulty of this. That's why I came to you, because I know you would have the vast knowledge of what, how, when, and where, if there was one to be sold. I know I don't want to say that you deal in the black market, but if you have any ideas of where I could locate one, and I realize that it's not something that I can tame, that I would want to learn as it grows, because it would actually be more intelligent than me as a baby.
I would have to say that I myself cannot give you that information. I do not deal in the black market, nor do I want to deal in the black market. However, I do know someone who does what is necessary to build power.
Now, is this an evil entity? Is he using these things for war or for nefarious purposes?
So you see, as he puts down his quill, he sits up and he looks directly at you, and he gives you the most serious face you've ever seen him give. He is my master. You will treat him with the utmost respect. You will not say anything bad in his presence. You will not make a move to attack him or harm him.
I wouldn't think, if he is your master, that I expect him not to be doing those things of which I spoke.
If you want to find him, he is not an easy person to find. I can give you the location of his tower, but to go through a wizard tower is not something easy to do. I advise high caution, but if that is something that you truly seek, I would tell you to go and seek him.
What is his name, Master?
His name is Nevelin. Now, if you would excuse me, I have a lot of paperwork to do. I will send you the coordinates to his magic tower when it has come to my knowledge.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And I will...
And you see, he picks up the quill and he starts going back to writing.
Alright. I'm going to go down to the teleportation sigil that's in the main hall, and I'm going to go to that town on the edge of the dunes.
Okay. You're going to be there a minute, because I'm going to go with the majority of the group, so.
Gotcha.
So you all wake up. You all wake up to the mildew and the dew of the morning, as it's still winter. It's cold. You begin to see as snow begins to fall, and flakes begin to take root to the ground. And Emerald, you know that when this season starts, that it's probably good to either plant stuff that can withstand the cold, or put a blanket over your crops so that way they're not getting frozen over. As you all wake up, you guys all smell the fresh dinner, or fresh breakfast, in the morning, as Dewinna is promptly cooking. And you can hear the door multiple times opening and closing coming from the main entrance.
I'll head downstairs to
Sure.
the kitchen.
You see as Dewinna kind of walks in and she goes, "Oh, good morning, dear.
Good morning, Dewinna.
I have fresh eggs and bacon and mead, fresh on the oven or stove."
And wood stove.
Thank you. It smells delightful.
It is. I was just getting back from feeding our guests. Just
Thank
brought
you.
out some breakfast to them. As you see, Dewinna kind of comes out and she kind of noticed your area that you got going on, and she just kind of placed food on a banquet type table outside.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to walk down to the basement. Well, I'll help myself to some breakfast first. And then after eating a little bit, I'm going to walk down to the basement
Okay.
by the door and say Vincula and open it back up.
Sure. You slowly creak open as you're have that eye where you're just hitting sunlight. You feel exhausted, but you're fine. You don't have any exhaustion points or anything like that. And for the first 2-3 hours, you were getting cussed at.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole night. And by one of them, the other one was just kind of silent. And eventually they went just kind of. He got quiet, and you just hear him grumbling to himself and talking about how weak you are. You know, like the normal stuff. But you wake up to Cass as she's kind of standing there. She's kind of sassed, has some attitude in her stance. As the door opens and you're chained, as like the door opens and after a little bit, chains let loose.
Baltimore,
Morning, Cass.
are you?
Yes.
Insight.
Yeah.
I want to make sure he's in control at the moment.
Okay.
That Baltimore is in control
Sure.
of his mind,
Sure.
consciousness,
Sure.
and actions.
Sure.
Ah, shoot. I got a natural one.
Yeah, he looks great. Looks like Baltimore. Talks like Baltimore. He's Baltimore.
Alright. Did you get any rest?
Did you go downstairs?
Yeah. So I went down out to my garden,
Actually, yeah.
and I'm gonna cast wall stone and try to make like a
Little hedge over it.
kind of, but more so like a greenhouse. If that makes sense.
Out of stone?
Yeah. Like a old time.
As he's doing that, I'm just like with the plate that was given to us. I'm just kind of over his shoulders. Like, what are you doing?
I'm not paying any attention.
Sure.
On that. You did cause quite a commotion with our guest last
See
night.
it now, you're just like...
But I got back here.
Trying to figure
You
out what
did?
he's trying to do.
You did, and I'm
Miss.
I settled everybody. They seem to be fine. Well, do you want to make breakfast if you'd like to come upstairs?
I would. I'll follow her upstairs and grab some food.
Okay.
Can I make like a carpentry check or something to like try to make this
You want a greenhouse out of stone. I don't think
like
that's a thing.
okay, but like not stone in the sense of like. No, okay, you're thinking of a greenhouse, but I want something to let the sun in, but like not allow the frost to like overtake.
Out of stone.
So stone is the perimeter, the actual like overhang.
Okay, so what do you want as the over?
I think in character I would think about this. Might go into town to like try to figure it out.
I mimic everything that he does where, like, when he's thinking about it, like, if he touches his chin or something, like, I touch my chin, too.
So I immediately become a great eagle, and then
I immediately become a great eagle.
and fly into town.
What are you using?
I got polymorph.
Oh, okay. So you see as you go, and then you see right next to you, as you see another one, brownish black.
Still, bright eye, completely missing. Like,
As you guys
blind.
are both like there,
I'm just like
taking a second to like both looking at each other, like.
Oh no, I'm not looking at him. I know that he's following every move I make,
Okay.
but I'm not giving him the time of day.
Okay, so you leave.
Yes.
Okay,
the
so you
way-
see as he starts to fly off.
I just hover up to Corvus's nest, just kind of like stare at him.
By the
Does
way,
he
Start
just kinda-
flying around.
did you notice that one of the individuals was actually a demon?
No.
Hmm.
Which one?
The one playing the flute?
Is it the one who's
The what? The violin.
is it the one whose left eye was blind?
Did I see a blind eye?
Make a intelligence check. With disadvantage, just because it was like.
I'm hoping that Corvus is flying with me in the air.
Huh?
I did.
No. Okay, now you don't know. Huh?
I hope that Corvus is flying with me in the air.
It's morning, so he's sleeping.
Are
You see,
still
it, you see,
sleep-
as
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like, he was just hunkering in, and then you're going, he's like,
I'll let him be. Yeah. Okay. Right. True.
still
Still
an
my
hour hard.
eagle
Yeah.
form though. I'm gonna just keep flying around the whole like perimeter of the house.
But I did some thinking, and I think you should take him up on the offer for that. I know it's a lot of gold, but I think it would be worth it.
For the bow string and the
And the bow.
bow.
Especially if it's 10% off.
I'm gonna go to like a
And if we can
botanical-
possibly maybe work it to where, you get a little bit more off.
Like lizard
Like
skin.
making this more
Like
permanent.
very like
Granted,
shitted.
I know that
You know what I mean?
what happened
Shitted
last
leather
night
skin
may
that
have
would,
hindered
like,
that.
allow the light to come in, but
You do want-
still allow that frozen coverage.
It's 100,
Like a molten
60, so
something?
Yeah, it's like
it's
a giant snake mold. Yeah, like
10% off
like
the
they
night, so we're
shedded
gonna
their
drop it down
skin,
to
made
Yeah.
like a huge
44.
piece.
This is how much money we have.
Use
left.
that.
How much is
So that's enough to cover it.
For as much as you want for like a nice average sized garden.
Yeah.
And a string.
Probably looking at about
That's
1,000
like
gold.
all of them.
Okay. So would it be enough to cover mine? The current.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'll give him a platinum.
Sure. You can hand out platinum left and right. All right. So you get the platinum and what? You fly back.
Because if we go to the dungeon, we can probably get all that back.
Maybe that's where we need to go and get some money before we do
From-
anything else.
I'm down.
Are you in the kitchen?
No, I come back and I cover. I like finish making my outhouse or my greenhouse.
Sure. You see his.
Also, it would have a door so I can like enter it.
Yeah, I would assume you made that in the stone structure.
Yes.
Yeah. So so if you want to fast forward some time,
Mm-hmm.
you build your very creatively.
Yeah.
Use some druid craft.
Yes.
While he's fast forwarding, flying, or whatever.
I'm back. I made my thing. You guys probably ate breakfast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, eat breakfast, go upstairs, bathe, whatever, and then I would get my armor all back on.
Okay.
So just in the time that he's.
Sure. Are you doing anything in the time being?
I'm gonna take some food out to Emma since I haven't seen him all day. But I know
Okay,
he's
yeah.
building this thing, right?
How long did it take?
An hour or two.
Mid-morning?
Get everything right. Make
Yeah.
sure it's all nicely done.
So I
You
like
doing-
finish my work.
You doing anything in the time being?
I mean, just figuring out with the band what they're wanting to do, or at least.
The lead guy, he's just kind of like, all right, gents, where are we off to now? And then you see the other guy's like,
I would walk out to where Emerald is too.
okay.
So I'm like finishing.
Noticed you didn't have any breakfast this morning.
Yes, thank you. And I noticed I'm kind of dirty. I like.
Did they know the same stuff that I know?
Via what?
Via all these things?
No.
They don't. Okay, perfect. Then I convinced them to go to Dead Man's Bay without me for a while. And I will stay behind to observe this interesting group.
Sure, make a persuasion check.
Also, in my greenhouse, I would have made.
Forget it. Don't even worry about it.
You succeed.
They agree that they'll probably go down. They know that you can catch up with them at a moment's notice, so they're like, yeah, sure, we'll go up ahead, and then if you feel like this is an interesting group, feel free to do so. And what you see is the main guy. He's just kind of like, we apologize that we can't do more for your cause, but it's been a great pleasure playing with you.
As he's doing all that and giving me, I'm just going through their bags real quick. I take a little bit of gold. I take a little bit of green. I take a little bit of food.
Sure.
Just what would actually have been like my half of it.
Yeah, like your cut of everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 90 gold pieces.
Cool.
They're broke. They're
No,
Wait a minute. I gave him a lot of gold yesterday.
But that's business. You keep business separate from.
Fair. Yeah. No, fair. Yeah.
Also, Emma, I was hoping to talk to you about something.
Yes, and like in my greenhouse, I built a little workbench area. So I
Sure.
can do like extractions of the plants.
From where he is on the side, we can see the.
Yeah, you see the guest house. You see them
Okay.
all like packing up. They're talking amongst themselves.
But I'm in the greenhouse, so I don't see all that.
I'm outside the greenhouse.
Yeah, but you guys are all relatively.
Are you doing something in particular that I can helping you with, like planting or whatever? I see.
No, I just pretty much tended to the plants, and then now I'm sitting at the bench, and I'm just like, I'm appreciating my work. And eating the breakfast you brought me.
I'm like at the gate with them now, and I'm just doing just weird shit, saying goodbye. Not saying goodbye though, but I'm just like, as they're about to leave, I just grab both of them by the shoulders, And I'm just like, not saying anything, just staring at them.
You lick their earlobe.
I just kind of like caress their face a little bit.
Yeah, they're like.
So, as I would see them start heading over, I would say, Cass, they're starting to leave.
I think they're on to their next.
Yeah, but we used to business. The bow and the string.
Oh, yes. Speaking of which, Emerald.
So are you in the doorway? I'm confused as to where you're at.
She's in there with you. I'm at the doorway.
Gotcha. So do I see him in the doorway?
Yeah.
It looks like
faster, yeah.
It looks like they're leaving. So
So upon seeing him, I would immediately draw my staff of power.
don't worry about him. He's fine. But question: before this traveling group leaves, traveling merchants, we only have 233,000 left in the vault. I propose that
Only.
because of all the stuff that we have in turn spent.
Oh, fair.
You been keeping track of how much you've been spending too?
I gave it to her. I gave it all to her.
You just gave
Are they
1,000 away.
keeping the sum?
Yeah, I have my
Okay.
count of how much money I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mine
I
too.
have the number of what's in the vault of what we've like collectively spent aside from what's in everybody's. So before this group leaves, we only have that much left in the vault. I propose we go to get more gold before we go anywhere else. But there for 140,000 there
Wait,
is.
pause. Go take care of what you're gonna do with them.
That's what she's trying to talk to you
That's what
about.
I'm trying to
Oh, keep
talk to you
going.
about.
I'm sorry.
Would it be okay if I spent roughly half of that on an enchanted bow and bowstring?
Oh, you go with what you gotta do, Boo Boo. I got my stuff.
Okay, so I'll leave the greenhouse.
I'm there, right already at the entrance of the greenhouse, joint in mouth.
Oh, Sven.
Yeah. Weirdly.
Have your group left yet? I wanted to.
So I have a
follow
door.
that
I have a
order.
door to this
I
thing.
just
I would
point.
turn and be like, wait. I would wave to them
I
before
just
they
point,
left.
and they're just like
hey, wait.
off on the trail already leaving.
But they said they would
Well,
give.
he's outside, so he was gonna try and wave you guys down. So, well,
Okay.
not you, but
But the
people.
other two, yeah,
And
because
he
that's
says, like,
not my
like-
department.
they're like getting up on the float, and they're like looking over. They're like,
I'm like 1 minute. Go.
I'll start to walk over.
I go
I'm
behind
like,
him.
Wait, I wanted to take you up on the offer, like as I'm walking toward them. I wanted to take you up on the offer of the bow
"What offer, my dear?"
and bowstring. I thought we had an arrangement.
Oh, yes, the
Yes, the
The oath
bow
bow.
and
Yeah.
bowstring.
As I'm walking up with her.
Oh, you
But-
walk? You
but
walk up?
I'm keeping a large pace back because I'm seeing that they're worried. I'm like the oath bow and the blazing bowstring.
I stay by the greenhouse, still just waving at them by.
And I have taken the allotted money out of the vault.
Yes. Okay.
I'll take the coin purse out. I have 140,000
That's how much you spent.
lump sum.
What type of money is this?
It's gold. Would you like to see it? Test
No,
its
I understand it's
authenticity.
gold. I mean, like, what type of is it? Is it clean money? Because after what we saw last night, we're not sure if we want to do business with non-realmy.
It's clean
Thanks.
money.
It's clean, all of it.
All of it.
I'm from where they're standing. I want to read their lips.
Okay, yeah, you know them very well.
Can I insight that it is clean money then?
You can, but you would have to do it with disadvantage because you're doing it based on
Just the
the
lips.
body language because she's away from you.
Yeah.
So you don't even get to read her lips. You just see her kind of like nod. So you're doing it based on gestures. So
Okay,
you would
alright.
have to insight with disadvantage.
Okay.
We have this estate, but we do our own business as well.
Okay. So tell me, what was that we saw last night?
17.
If I may approach.
No, you
I-
may not approach.
okay,
No.
I could explain more thoroughly.
That's great. You explained from over there.
As I mentioned last night, Baltimore has a certain affliction that our house was specifically designed to cater to. A handicap, you could say. But that is none of your concern. I assure you that your party was safe, no harm came to you all.
Okay.
And this is clean money. I simply want to do business with you.
17. Yeah, it's clean money.
It's clean money.
Yeah, the money. Yeah.
That's
Fine. Give me the oath bow. As you see, like he kind of goes and he pulls out the oath bow. It's like money first.
And the string, the bowstring,
Oh yes, sure. Thank you. Which one are we doing?
the fire one.
Bring out the blazing bowstring. As you see, he pulls out like a little case and it's got like a little circle, like a little locket, and then he kind of opens it and you just see as it's fire red. It just kind of closes it. He's like, now, mind you, I would definitely recommend looking at an enchanter before you try and do something to these, just in case.
Is something wrong with it?
No, we just had the conversation that if you put two magical things together, I just wanted to make sure that I'll get you the blazing bowstring. It just adds 1d6 of fire damage to
Can I just insight him too that he's doing an honest business deal?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
bardic inspiration to my partner.
Do you? How much?
I definitely give both of them bardic inspiration for
Sure.
whatever, because I don't know which one's doing it right now.
Sure.
So yeah,
20, not natural.
they both get a D6, I believe, to whatever they're rolling.
And how you doing it?
I'll just kind of start playing my flute in a joyful manner
So what's
in the background, you know.
A fiddle. It was a fiddle.
I have a violin,
he has-
a flute,
He has
and a
multiple.
lute.
Okay.
He has
Alright,
multiple.
I have three, so I have multiple. So
So you see him playing flute.
yeah, it'll be our little like what we've practiced before. You know, like I know what's going down. I know the transactions.
You're
so
like,
I
this
play-
is what
this
it
is
is.
specific song that's just supposed to boost them and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll go figure
What
out.
did you get there?
20, not natural.
20? Yeah, he's running it now. Honest business.
Yeah, it's a D6. Yeah.
Didn't say what D6. No, I'm just joking.
That's essentially what I imagine his bard whistle flute to be.
Essentially somewhere in that.
Yes.
Because I'd make it nonchalant where it sounds like I'm just like practicing.
Exactly.
So he hands you the bowstring and the bow.
And
Thank you.
you didn't even check the bag.
He will check it. Did you not give me the right amount?
No, I just wanted you to know that I was trustworthy.
Is the money
Most
there?
business dealings you count
You
the money.
see, he kind of, he's like,
So when should we see you back?
Can we expect
Fortnite,
to be doing
maybe?
business?
maybe.
I hear that, right? So I know I read his lips like maybe a fortnight.
Yeah.
I'm like, if the mass army doesn't kill us all first, see you at Dead Man's Bay.
Ah, yes, dead man's. Good day to you. You see as they like get up on the cart and they're like, you see as the horse starts to take the caravan off.
So I started walking up. I was like, "You should take that to Finn and Gloria."
I start
Get it
going
checked
through
out?
his
Yeah.
greenhouse and I start picking like mint and
'Cause it
basil.
won't cost anything.
No. I never let him in. There's a door, and I never let
So
him
he meets you at the door.
Can I help you?
Yeah, that's lovely garden.
Thank you.
So munching on some mushrooms. And I just try to go past them.
And I
he like moves over. He's like,
I move to the other side.
move to meet him. Can I help you?
I don't know. Bye.
So I close the door in his face.
so you.
Yeah, I just walk away.
Newcomer.
After like a minute goes by, you see as Leroy comes running out, and he's like, "I heard the carriage. Is Rahun back? Where?" And he like looks over at you guys. Was that him?
No.
Leroy, I'm sorry.
And he just kind of goes back in the house.
So I pull out a piece of parchment, and while I'm still standing by Cass, and I just start writing on it. And
I did not. Rahun did.
I start writing something on a piece of paper. I said, you probably should maybe go take that to Finn and Gloria because it won't cost anything potentially. That at least for them to tell you what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want, we can go take a ride out there real quick, and just see if they're there available. Which I don't know. Every time I show up, they don't seem to be available, but maybe with you there, they will.
Emerald,
The
are we
door.
still standing right?
Are you in the door's closed?
And the
Greenhouse.
Oh, okay. Well, let's let Emerald know that we're gonna head into town.
sure, you go do that. I'm gonna go see the word real
And
quick.
Sven, apparently.
Who's fun?
This one. Do we see
As
it?
you see now, one of the bards have just kind of stayed there.
You're staying?
And he looks like a half
I
elf.
take
to me?
it.
Yeah.
So the half elf.
Where are they going? Dead Man's Bay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're staying here? Why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
This is Sen. Sen?
He said he is.
Baltimore. I mean, to use the guest house. Fine by me. This is Baltimore. This is Emerald.
I'm inside.
Corvus
the
seems to have
corral.
taken a
He's like
liking to
emeralds
him.
inside.
Yeah.
Corvus seems to have taken a liking to him.
You must
and I trust
be
Corvus's
crowned.
judgment. Crown?
Hi.
He seems to know things. Are you a seer?
No. Those guys are weird. Walk away.
Okay.
No need to rush.
So he's a half
Time
elf.
is always on your side, Cass.
What do you mean he's a half elf? He's a full elf.
So I go and open the door and I just say, Duenna!
Yes, sir. I apologize if something seems to be out of order.
Nope, you're fine. I
Never
just need,
yelled at me
I
like
need you
this
to,
before.
I didn't know where you were in the house. I'm sorry. You're fine. Can you come here, please?
You see, as her husband comes around the corner. He's like, "Who's yelling?"
Sorry. Wait. Which one of them are human? Or they're both human?
Yeah, they're both human.
Okay. I was making sure. Can either one of you please come here for the moment? I'm sorry. Just real quick.
I'm just gonna be off picking some daisies and weeds from one of the temple's gardens. I don't know.
I'm gonna be making a lock for the
Just
door.
looking at it.
Okay. So you see that Duenna kind of comes with you. She's very
Okay. So I point at Sven and I say, Duenna, what is he? Who's that individual over there? What race is he?
She looks back at you, as if it's supposed to be a trick question.
Not a trick question.
I
Generally
go to one
asking.
of the guards and I just kind of stare at him and I'm just kind of I poke his face.
Sir, are you feeling well?
What race is he?
No, Duenna, he's asking for a purpose. What race? Is he?
That gentleman there is human. You can tell by his bodily structure and ears, mainly.
Well,
Thank
to
you.
us, it appears that he looks like the race that we are. I see an elf, a full elf.
Did you all sleep last night? I know it's been a rough couple of days, but
Duenna, we're being quite serious.
yes, ma'am.
I see a full elf. Baltimore sees a half elf.
That gentleman is definitely human.
You see a human.
He's human.
I stand next to the guard and I start acting like I'm a guard. Take the same pose as him and stuff, just directly right next to him.
Let me see what. So Emerald, you notice that the guard that he's next to is the one that you talked to.
Oh, I'm still in the greenhouse. Actually, no, I'm on the outside making the lock. So I would I guess I would observe that.
Okay, yeah.
And you have a
And you see, he just kind of looks at you. He looks up and down.
It's the one guard.
Yeah.
What do I
we
see
can
when
deal
I
with that.
see him?
You see, as they're both kind of looking at each other, and then they both kind of do this, but they're both mimicking each other at that point.
But when
so
I
they're,
see him,
they're-
what is he to me?
He's a half elf.
He's a half elf to you.
Okay.
And you see they start doing like this thing, and they just keep going back and forth. They both like just keep mimicking each other as they're like now like neck twitching.
And then eventually I just pull out a mushroom and offer it to him. I walked away.
We all see this?
Oh no, he's gonna make a stealth check.
I'll make a slight.
Go ahead, hit me up. What we got? If anybody wants to see him take this mushroom, you gotta make a perception check.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Crap.
20.
31.
Yeah, that'll do it.
13.
You're the one.
Yeah, I don't care.
So, yeah, you all see him as he just kind of like snatches real quick, and he's just like,
Soldier! As I just yell out.
Yes, sir. I go and pick up the mushroom that he just spit out. I eat it
he just kind of
myself.
looks at you and he's standing at his head and he's like,
Sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
yes, sir.
So I see all of this in great detail.
Yeah.
And all I do is start laughing
And he just
out loud.
He kind of looks at you
Like the most boisterous laugh
and he
I've ever
whispers
had.
and he goes, "You're still here midnight."
Do I hear that? Can I roll?
No,
to
not
hear
for
that?
not
Okay.
for where you're at. No.
I'm still laughing.
Well, why don't you go talk to Emerald about us going there? I'm gonna go speak to Leroy real quick.
Okay.
So
Roy is pretty distraught.
yeah, I got that.
I now go into Rahun's forge because it is outside the mansion.
It is. Yeah. You see it there. There's the forge isn't lit. It's just kind of stale.
I just go into like where the like coals would be in the fire pit, and I'm just like, and I'll do what is it? Fuck, it's my feature spell that I can do. Hellish Rebuke. If that's it. Yeah, fire damage. I'll just do.
You just want to light it.
I just want to light it up.
Sure. Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go outside to let everyone know that we're going into town.
Perfect. You're going to Leroy?
Yeah.
Go to Leroy.
Okay, so I get to him. Was he like crying or something like that?
No. You see he's in his studies. They're both talking to Natasha. They're just kind of talking about geography and biology and all that stuff.
So I step in and I say, "I'm sorry for the interruption. Do you mind if I take Leroy for a second?"
Yes, please do so. And Leroy just kind of walks out.
So I say, look, that the caravan that just briefly stayed with us or just left this morning, it wasn't Rahun, but they're a dispatcher. It's actually, and I hold up the letter that I was writing. I said, this is actually a note to you from Rahun. Although he wrote it in Dwarvish, I don't know if you
Deception
know
check.
that. If you know Dwarvish or not. Deception?
Yeah.
17.
Continue. Oh, you're just handing it to
So
him?
yeah, I'm going. I'd
So
say
he
it's in Dwarvish. But I
He
don't
kind
know.
of picks it and he looks at it. He goes, "Okay,
Do you know how to read Dwarvish?
maybe." What's it say? Like out of game. What's it say?
It just says like Leroy. Sorry that I couldn't come back. There was something I had to deal with, family matters. But I want you to keep up with your studies and continue to look after your sister. And I'll be back as soon as the matters are handled. Rahul.
Okay. I can figure it out.
Okay. So,
Thanks.
leave you to it. I want to insight check him.
Sure.
$18.
What are you inciting?
If he believed me.
You see a stone cold face. One of which looks kind of poker facious. Poker face is? One of which of a poker face. So you can't read anything off of him right now. And you can tell that this face is deliberate, like he's done this before.
Okay. So I just leave.
See as he kind of pockets it, and then he goes back inside.
Okay. So then I'll go back out front to meet them.
Okay. So you tell him that you're going to the thing?
Knock on the greenhouse door. You're still in the greenhouse?
I'm on the outside. I'm assuming I've made my lock or no?
You made your what?
Lock.
Lock, yeah.
Lock for the door. So I finish, and I turn around, and Cass is in front of me.
Yeah.
Hey, Emerald, Baltimore and I are gonna go into town
Okay.
for a little bit. Would you mind keeping an eye on Sven? I'm just saying, if you have work to do, you're gonna be here. Never mind. I'll tell Joanna.
I would
Anyway,
never
we're
was
going to town.
keen to babysitting, but do watch out for the multiple persons over there.
Yeah, she told us friend.
And I look in the direction of Baltimore.
Okay.
He tried to kill you once. Could happen again.
Should I take Sombra with me?
Yes. Well, I don't know how people would feel about a panther walking around town. Just keep your guard up.
Oh, there's a fucking panther?
You don't see it.
Oh.
You haven't seen it yet.
Also, speaking of which,
Sven would be so interested.
where is this space head half elf?
I
Probably that's when the
don't know where
fire
I went
of
off
the
to.
forge would probably light up.
You guys see that Rahun's forge is activated. You start to see the smoke start barreling from the top.
Look, and I'm like,
I think we found him.
him?
Sven.
He's in Rahun's forge.
That motherfucker.
You would- exactly. I'm just like, Rahun's gonna be turning over wherever he's at, knowing somebody's in his forge. Did you let this man in?
I told him he was welcome to the guest house. I can go check on it.
Well, to be safe, I'm gonna make some more potions. I'll be down in my alchemy lab.
Alright. I'm gonna go back over. Are you outside? Or are you still.
He's coming outside.
I'd be heading towards the
Okay,
door.
I'll meet you at the door. Ask if you can. Baltimore, could you notify the guards to keep an eye on Sven?
Sure.
Also, he appears to be using Rahun's forge. I think we should go address that before we leave.
On my way to go inside, I'm
Well,
gonna stop
you're the
by
lady of this place.
and talk to that guard.
I can tell the guards.
You're gonna go up to the wall.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna go.
say I saw that.
Sure, I didn't mean anything by it. Just having a good time.
I just laugh and I walk away.
Do I see that as I'm
You would see him talking with Emerald.
like Emerald walk up, say something, start laughing, shake his head, and then walk away?
Yeah. You'd also hear him say, "We might be getting them together at midnight." Just saying.
And I,
Tell one of you.
over my shoulder, but not turning around, say, I didn't hear that.
Yes, sir.
Then I just go to my alchemy lab.
Sure. So we'll take a break there, just so that way I can use the restroom, and figure some things out. So we'll be right back after a couple minutes, just to use the restrooms, and then we make some coffee. Be right back.
Yeah, that coffee does
Hello and welcome back.
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
You can.
Alright, so, welcome back as we are hopping right on into it. Let me get him up here.
With their service.
And, yes, emotes are on the way. Yes, I'm still figuring out how to do emotes. I feel like it's also true I gotta get time to do it too, so, but emotes will be on its way. Yes, Mystic, I understand. Thank you. I will work on that soon, hopefully. So, going into the session, I'm gonna pick it up with Sam. So you teleport into the city that you are in. Ooh, actually perfect. And you start to look around as you notice that it is desolate. You notice that there's nobody around you. You notice that there are bodies scattered. If you look outside the window, there's bodies scattered all over the town. And they seem dead.
Can I tell how, like, can you describe one of the bodies to me?
As you walk outside and you go up to one of the bodies and you look at them, you see that their eyes are still alive. The body itself is stiff, as if it's been dead for a while. You don't see any dagger marks. You don't see any physical or representation of injury. You don't see any sign of illness. But you know for a fact that the soul in this body is gone. It is no longer here. That this person is dead.
But the eyes are still alive.
But the eyes are still very much open and just staring dead straight. And that's almost consistent with every body there.
My God. Alright. I'm gonna look around and see. First I'm gonna yell out and see if anybody calls back. Let's see if anybody's in the town.
You hear a light echo as your voice booms across, but no response.
Well, alright then. I'm gonna start plundering houses.
Alright. Make 5 investigation checks and I will go back to our players as he is ravaging houses right now. So you guys are leaving?
Yeah.
How are you guys leaving?
Us two are going to,
Going by foot? Going by
no, we'll ride.
horses?
She got a horse, I'll call Sapien.
So you guys ride over to the city?
Mhm.
Okay. It's about afternoon, evening-ish.
Okay, we're going to the Wonder Emporium.
Sure. So you get to the Wonder Emporium. You see it's crowded as usual. Kind of make your way inside. You see the halfling standing on the table. Yep. I'll see you on aisle 3. I'll see you on the second floor. Blah, blah, blah. Then he sees you two come in and he's like, it's great. What do you guys need?
I'm just looking for Gloria.
Or Finn.
Neither are here right now. Haven't been here in a week.
Where are they?
No idea. They don't leave me no notes. They don't leave me nothing. Just do their work.
Alright then. Do you inspect any of the items that you can
Yes,
in the
I'll
store?
see you over there.
Do you inspect personally any of the items that you sell in the store?
Do I what?
Inspect any of the items that you
Sure,
have
I
in the
inspect a lot
store?
of things. What do you need? As he pulls out like a little monocle.
I recently purchased this enchanted bow, but I also have an enchanted bowstring. I want to make sure before I use it that they can operate together.
That's a good question. So he's like, make way! As he kind of beckons you to come to the desk. And you finally get to the desk. You present the bow and the string. And he kind of looks at it down. Okay. Yeah, the string on this definitely is not enchanted. It's just the bow. So, in my professional opinion, I would say that, yeah, you could combine these and probably have no issue without breaking either enchantment.
Wait, it's supposed to be a blazing bowstring.
Yes, I see that.
But he's saying that they won't hinder each other.
Yeah.
It's just not enchanted.
The oath bow's string is not enchanted.
Okay.
This string over here is a blazing bowstring. This string here is magically enchanted.
Is it possible to attach the blazing bowstring to the oath bow?
Very much possible. However, I myself don't do that. I am a merchant, and I sell and trade.
Right, I understand. Do you know of a place here in town that I could do that at?
Well, you could wait till Gloria and Finn come back.
They're able to do that?
Well, Finn can. Gloria can't.
Okay.
But you have no idea when they'll return.
No idea. They have not told me anything, nor have I heard of anything, nor have I heard rumors of anything, nor have nothing.
That seems a little odd that they would just leave and not tell you when they would return.
They do that quite often, my dear.
From the 3 weeks that I was working with them, did that seem normal that they would leave?
They just leave, yeah.
Yeah, so I just look at them like, yeah, that actually is pretty normal.
Alright, well, I guess we could go see if there's any place else in town that we could... Or we can return.
Give me 1 second. I am recalling someone that, I mean, he's pricey, but he can do it. Ah! The Eye of Magnus. It's, you know this while working there. He is the high wizard magical items person. He is the one that, like, it's super expensive. Only the richest of the rich go there. And only mages or wizards can enter and buy items. So if you are not one of those, you cannot get in.
Yeah, we're not going to get in there.
Or you're also welcome to go to Odyssey's Travels. I know that there's a couple of teachers there that will enchant things. You just got to get past the entrance fee, get into the thing. And
Wait, do you have to enchant them in order to put them together? They're already separately enchanted.
You have to magically bind them together to make sure that, the string, it will be fine. There should be no issues there. It's not necessarily enchanting the bow or the string. It's more of like mending the two magics together, like weaving them in together.
Okay, thank you for your help. What was the name of that? Traveling?
No.
Odyssey's Travel.
Odyssey?
Oh, Odyssey's Travel? Or Odysseus's Travels, I'm sorry. It's the big library in the middle of town. You guys know about it.
Ah, it's the library. Shall we give that a try?
We can go ask questions, I guess. Doesn't hurt.
Well, we're already in town. I'd like to ask, since Finn and Gloria, of course, aren't here.
Are you an Emerald doing anything, Sven and?
I am attempting to recreate my potion of longevity, vitality, and healing potions. Recreating the first two and making more of the third.
So, got it.
Person does whatever for a price. Might be what's almost worth it for $1.
What do they consist of, or what do they do? I know one's pretty big. The other one's
Right.
Vitality, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you.
Oh, man.
For the next 24 hours, you regain maximum number of hit points for any die hit you spend. Potion's crimson liquid regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat.
So you're probably looking at about maybe 500 gold in materials, and then probably another half a day's worth to make one potion for that.
Okay. And then the longevity one? Similar. Because it's very rare as well. So.
Yeah, so you're looking at about the same.
Then I'll probably just make more healing potions. Specifically a superior healing.
Okay. So you're making that. What are you doing? He's making potions.
I'm still just kind of like in Rahun's forge, knowing my knowledge. I'm just kind of taking in what it was like for his life, That's it. Just gathering detail. And then, of course, I'm going to start influencing more of the guards to come party with me at midnight.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
I got those 5 rolls as well.
Okay, hit me.
9, 10, 17, natural 20, and 18.
9, 10, 17, natural 20, and 18.
That's correct.
17.
17. You get like one more. They rolled 19, but you can tell like based on like the way you're talking to them, and you know that for normal people they usually give in, but you can tell somewhere in their training they are like heavily beat, so they're very fearful of disobeying or and they have high respect for.
Where do they eat?
Where do they eat? The kitchen, just like.
The guest house kitchen, do they have their own kitchen or is this the main
The main kitchen.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you spend your time doing that, and then for you two.
So we're gonna go to the slums.
Sure. So you go to the slums.
Wait. I thought we were gonna find out about the.
Okay, we can go to the Odyssey. I guess before they close. So go to the Odyssey.
Sure.
Is there people out there?
Oh yeah, there's a whole line around the whole thing.
Oh, great.
They're all shoulder to shoulder, just not letting people in. You see some people take people in.
So walk up. So you need somebody who can weave 2 enchantments together.
Very well. I believe we have a couple people in today like that. If you want to pay the 200 gold entrance fee, we will take you on in. And that is per person.
Will they be able to do the weaving?
I would assume so. We have a lot of people that do a different variety of weaving and enchantment, so I wouldn't see why not.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can just pay for yourself. You don't really need me to go in there. I can just wait out here for you.
Alright, well I only carry a certain amount of money. Not everything we have in the vault, so
But do you have
I'll just go inquire how much it would cost. I'm gonna go in. So I paid
Still send me a
the
picture of what you just rolled.
I did.
Okay, cool.
I paid the $200 not go in. He's gonna stay outside.
Okay, so you're paying the 200. You're staying outside. You're going in with the bow. So you see, as you get escorted in, you come into the room, the first room where you see the desk, and you see the lady. She's just kind of there, and she kind of looks over at the big desk. She goes, "What can I get for you? I have 50 per person to take a look at our books and our wares. I have 100 to take the gold tour, and then I have 500 to use the portals."
I have 2 magical items that I would like to mend together. I'm looking to see if I can get a quote for that.
Oh, okay.
It's a bow and a bowstring. Both are enchanted. I'd like to.
Give me 1 second as you see as she starts doing some things in the air, and you see like blue lights just start calculating things. Okay. Well, it will be 50 per person to. I guess just 50 for you. I don't see anybody around you. 50 for you to be taken to the person, and then the person will give you his price depending on how he feels. I know that we have, I believe, 2 or 3 people in today, so you can go to each of them. However, for each one person, it is 50 gold.
Just to see the person after paying $200 entrance fee.
Yes. Fix
This
that.
place.
All the way on the edge. No. Push the green all the way to the edge.
Just the clock.
Yeah, the clock. There you go. All right, now we're good.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
You can still see it.
No, I don't. You're good. So we're saying?
Okay. All right.
So you're taking to the first person?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Follow your escort in. So you go to the first gentleman you see as the Dragonborn's kind of there, and he's like, yes.
Hi, sir. My name's Cass. I have these 2 enchanted items that I would like to see about mending together. It's this bow and this string.
Let me look. You see as he kind of opens up a pouch and he kind of pulls out a couple utensils and then you see as he pulls out a wand and he starts to fabricate some things. You start to see his strings become tethered to his wand. I can see that the materials on this is quite fine. Binding it should be no issues. You just need this blazing bowstring on the actual bow.
And the assurance that they will work properly together.
Yes, the magic does work together.
How much would you request for such a service?
It is fine. The job might take me a day, 2 days, max.
Sorry. 2 days max? Your price?
$1,000 or 1,000 gold a day.
2,000 total?
2,000 max. You're free to check out my peers, check their price.
How much experience do you have with this?
The library requires to have all enchantments at least 5 years of experience. I'm quite busy. As you look down at his stuff, he's got nothing in front of him.
Shall I take my business elsewhere?
Feel free to. You see as he kind of closes up his little luggage as he kind of goes back, and you see as he pulls out a quill and he just kind of puts back his down.
Oh, thank you.
Is it going to cost me another $50 to get a different quote?
Your escort kind of looks at you and goes, yes, ma'am.
All right. I have the gold here. I can leave it with you and return to pick it up the day after tomorrow. Can I pay you extra for expedited to retrieve it tomorrow?
Magical entanglement is a process, one of which, if rushed and done wrong, can have complications. The bow could explode, it could misfire, it could blow up in your hand. I can expedite it, sure.
Understood. Here's the gold.
Thank you, ma'am.
I will be here the day after tomorrow to retrieve it. Alright, pleasure doing business with you. My name's Cass, and I will see you the day after tomorrow. Then I take my leave.
Good evening. As you see your escort kind of is like, yeah, let's go.
He's a cheery fellow.
Yeah, he's a stickler of the three.
Does he do good work?
Yeah, I mean.
That's all I care.
Sure. Very well. I will lead you back outside. Is that everything that we can
Yes,
do
that's
for
my
you?
only business today.
Very well. Let's go ahead and get you out. And you see as he's navigating the maze, as he kind of gets you out and then finally gets you back out. You see her come out.
Alright, I have to return the day after tomorrow to pick it up.
Okay. You want to go talk to the halfling and see if he knows something about...
Indeed.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Get back on the horse and we're gonna head to... Where is he? What city's happening? We're gonna head to the shack to see if we can talk to that guy about if he knows where Glory and Finn are.
Sure. So you get to the shack, and you see is you kind of open the door and nobody's home, or what it seems like nobody's home.
Is my letter that I dropped previously still on the floor? Yep. Slid underneath there. It's still there.
Seems he hasn't been here in a while.
Nope.
Well, alright then, we can head home. Maybe Corvus can take them, or one of the owls can take them a letter or something.
And I pick up my letter.
Sure.
You left that a long time ago.
Yep.
What did it say?
The letter.
Okay. I'm gonna get back on my horse. I suppose we'll head back then.
Sure. You guys get on your horse. As you are about to leave, you see the gentleman. He kind of pops out and he opens the door and he goes, "Sorry, I didn't realize I had guests."
Oh, you are home. We were hoping that you might be able to tell us where Glory and Finn are.
I could.
Would you mind telling us?
I was made the arrangement that I was paid per job.
Yeah. And you didn't read this?
I did.
But you didn't send it?
Didn't need to.
Why didn't I need to? Why didn't you need to?
I have ways.
So the person got it?
For what they needed to, yes.
So out of game, 'cause remember it was a note, it was a letter inside of a envelope, and then there was a letter for him that encompassed it. So his was saying like, send this, whatever, however much the bill is, let me know, I'll pay you whenever I see you next or something. Okay. So he's saying that he sent the letter, just not physically sent the letter, but the words, the contents on there were sent.
He's saying that the contents of the paper has gotten to where they needed to go.
Okay. And what was in the envelope?
It's fine.
I'm thinking because it's relevant. So, okay. So how much do I owe you for that, by the way?
I don't think there was an agreed upon price, was there?
Well, I slid underneath the door. I just told you however much it was going to cost to send it.
$2,000.
To send it, I did it for free.
Why?
It's a message that needs to be passed.
Thank you.
So for this job,
Yes. Finn and Glory have not been seen or heard from in a little over a week.
Weeks.
So,
from her halfling probably, but not to the others.
yeah, so we just want to make sure that they're safe, that they're alive, no harm has come to them,
Sure.
anything like that.
250 gold.
I love this guy. Love him so much. He's the best.
He's got the info.
Dude, he's
the
such
question is,
oh
do
my
you
God.
do you pay
He
for it?
understands supply and demand so well.
To know that they're safe, they're probably safe. Are you worried?
Finn and Gloria.
Yeah. They're probably fine.
Yes, but still, if they weren't, it's only 250. We're about to get a mass.
We've never needed to check on them before.
True. It's your goal. It's up to you.
Are you worried something's happened to them? If it's normal for them to be gone, I think they're fine.
Well, I said that it was normal for them to just up and leave.
Right.
But normally they would at least give an idea of when they would come back.
It's fine. We don't have to wait for them.
It's up to you. But if something happened to them, yes, fine, I'm worried about them.
What reason do you have to be concerned? That is what I want to know. Are you not telling me something?
No,
Because we've never checked on them before. It's normal for them to leave.
it's normal for them to just up and go, but they normally give a timeline of when they're going to come back. At least with the 3 weeks that I was with them. They give a rough estimate of when they'll be back.
For your peace of mind, would you like to find out the information?
Kind of, yeah.
I'll pay the 250 gold.
Mark it off. You mark off the other 200 too?
No.
250. Sure.
Yeah, because there's what's in the vault, and then I had a certain amount in my back pocket.
So to know if they are safe. Or safe.
Well, safe, alive, in any form of harm's way, stuff like that.
Yes, they are safe, and no, they are not in harm's way. Yeah.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Peace of mind for me, I guess.
Please let Leroy know that his training continues next week.
Did you know he was being trained?
Oh, I fucking love Leroy so much.
I'm gonna pretend to not act surprised that we didn't know that information. We will do that.
Should he meet you at the normal location?
No. He'll meet when and where I choose.
Okay. We'll let him
Don't know
know.
what that means.
Thank you. I guess we'll leave.
Tell him the raven flies alone. He'll know what that is.
For time's sake, it is 11. Are we continuing, or do people need to go? I know some people needed some rest and things like that.
I'm alright. The coffee.
I'm good to go.
Okay. So as you walk away, he says, a word of caution. You all are aware that Rahun is heading into I believe what they call the Mountain of 1,000 Lashings. Just not yet, but good day to you. He kind of walks back inside, closes the door.
Good day.
You take a second just to check your stuff. You notice that the letter's gone again.
Oh. So,
Alright, I get back on the horse. We'll head back to the house.
Sure.
same.
Good.
Same.
Did I make that potion?
Yes.
Just the one?
Yes. So you guys get back, as you see is Emerald finally, like you see as he's like twirling something, he's just like finally looks at it in satisfaction as you come into the gate. So for you, you're on the ground. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just like at the guest house now. I'm just kind of like, I'll be at the bench that breakfast is served to us, and I'm instead of sitting like on the bench part, I'm like on top of the actual table, just sitting on it, and just like fine tuning my loot real quick and stuff.
So you guys see is there's the one guard that's up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You see as he's kind of just like.
I'm in the alchemy lab, so I don't see this.
We see this as we're riding up.
Yeah, and so like he's watching you, but he's like.
You plan on opening up the gate?
Yes, sir. And you see, and the gate opens up, and you see as there's another guard who's kind of there. He's just kind of standing in front of he's there in front of the mansion, like outside of the door, and he's just kind of like up against the wall. And he's just like.
I'll handle this.
Okay.
So I dismiss Sapien and I walk over to the guard, the barracks.
To the barracks?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the barracks.
And go to knock on the door.
Sure. You knock on the door. A couple seconds later, you hear as like the door opens and you hear and Bryce just kind of opens it. He's like, "Yes, sir."
So I just kind of look over and I point up at the man that's dancing. Can you explain to me what the fuck he's doing up there? And why that the gentleman over at the gate is leaning up against and doesn't show any respect to the lady of the house that comes in?
Yikes. We'll deal with him. That looks like an expression, sir.
However, we had to wait for the doors to be open as we were coming up. With also being disrespectful to the lady of the house.
Wait, because he opened the gate?
Because he did not open the gate when we were approaching, and that we had to wait. Actually, I had to address him to open the gate.
Got it. Excuse me, sir. Isn't that what you want us to do? You want us to wait for the address to open the gate, then to open the gate? Or do you just want us to open the gate to anybody?
When
I can change the orders. That's fine.
When the lady of the house is approaching.
Yes, sir.
For anybody else, you have to wait for acknowledgement.
Okay, sure. I will let them know, and I will deal with them both.
Also, the individual that's been roaming around here, who Bryce is human, right?
Yes.
Who may appear human to you. I saw him attempting to hand some mushroom to one of the individuals, to one of the soldiers. So I don't know if perhaps the individual dancing and showing expression, as you said, perhaps partook in those.
Give me 1 second. You see as he kind of closes the door real quick. You see as you hear some clanking, and you hear he opens up, and you see he's got his armor on. Closes the door, and he walks over to the one standing at the mansion door, and like kind of leaned back, and he's just kind of this, and he sees Bryce coming. He's like,
but still leaning back, just like opening up his eyes.
I don't think he realizes that he's leaning back. Like he thinks he's standing at attention, but he's actually leaning back. And he goes, you see his hand lights up for a second, and he touches him, and then the guy goes, "Sir, I'm sorry, sir." He's like, "Explain yourself." Sir, we went in to go eat a meal for the day, and came out feeling great, sir.
Did you spike?
You're telling me you ate food, and this is what caused you. Sir, yes, sir.
Is this the same individual that I saw try to eat a mushroom?
No,
or is that the guy?
This is another.
Okay.
That's the guy up
Okay,
again,
okay.
yeah. And he goes, follow me. And he's going up to the top, and the guy's just kind of like,
I'm dead up.
But still.
He's still rocking.
He is
And
zooming.
then he sees his hand kind of touches him on the shoulder, and he's just like, "Sir, yes, sir." And he goes, "Explain yourself." "Sir, we went in for the afternoon meal and came out dancing, sir. No excuses, sir. Felt great." Then he goes, "Shut up!" And he's like, "You better pay my get in the barracks!" And he's like, "Fuck." And he doesn't even say, "Sir, yes, sir." He just starts going down. You see, he's like,
Bye, friend.
and he's like, "Double time!" And you hear he's just running now. He runs actually really fast, from what you guys gather. And he goes into the barracks. And he goes, "Sir, do you know what Duenna may have fed them?"
No, but I'll find out. It's possible that our new associate may have done something to the food.
"Sir, would you like me to apprehend him?"
Let me find out the cause of this issue first before we take extensive matters.
"Sir, yes, sir. Let me go take care of this one." And
I'll leave that to you.
And he goes downstairs. And he sees he goes into the barracks. What do you guys do?
What time of day is it?
It's evening, late evening. Probably
have-
getting into night.
Go have dinner.
What?
I'm gonna go have dinner.
Sure. So you guys get into dinner. You see as Duenna's just kind of there. She just comes in. "Good morning," or "Good afternoon," or "Good evening."
Duenna, dear, you need to get some more rest.
Yeah, and I know. I'll turn in early for the night.
Emerald, do you know anything about this food debacle?
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. I didn't hear that.
I have dinner for you
That's
all.
not what Boss meant.
Is it a hearty bowl
Oh, yeah.
of chowder?
Are you there?
Oh, well,
I don't
not
know.
chowder. It's just regular. Yeah, you get in.
Okay.
To them getting the food, the
Stew.
plate.
So I said, hold on before you eat that. Duenna, have you eaten any of the stuff that you've made so far?
I taste test all my food.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, I feel like I can sleep, but yeah, I feel good.
So I insight check.
I take a big spoonful of it.
I just want to.
Oh, yes.
What-
Thank you, bud.
Tastes good.
Okay.
It's 25.
25?
I want to see if when she says like that she feels good, is that the same good that the
No.
other guys?
She just tastes. She's saying like the food was good.
Okay. So apparently the individuals that we saw, they had so they had their lunch and then they came out feeling good.
You take another bite. You just eat, like, or you just like take the spoon.
I just took a spoon.
Okay.
That was it.
I don't know. I have a feeling it might be that new individual.
Where is he anyway?
Sir, nobody has come in. I've been the one cooking.
Well, he made us eat. I saw him try to slip something to one of the guards earlier.
Do I feel anything? So I take another bite.
You might as well eat the whole damn thing now.
I've only had 2 spoons.
Yeah, but you keep eating it, so just eat it all. You can be our experiment. Fine.
So I take another spoonful. Yeah. And I look at everybody watching me. So I take a 4th.
Sure.
And I will take 1 spoonful each until I finish the bowl.
Alright, you finish. You say it takes you about what, 10 minutes to finish the bowl?
Jesus.
Sure. It's a big ass spoon.
I mean, he's also being like, he's looking at you guys for approval, it seems like. He's like eating it and he's like,
Yeah.
Like nobody is saying anything. They're
So-
all watching me.
Yeah.
So anything happen after he eats all of it?
So after 10 minutes, after he eats all of it, nothing's happening.
So I go walk through.
But then, like, I grab my stomach, and then I like hunch over for a second.
Big performance check.
Yep. And I let out the largest belch I have ever.
Please roll natural 1.
18.
18? Yeah, so you like punch your stomach. You guys like seem like he looks like he's about to be sick. Then he belches. And right at about the 12-minute mark, it hits you. all at once. Go ahead.
All right, so everything, even in the dim light, kind of starts getting like crystallized for you and stuff, and you start to see like little starlights that kind of like pop. You know that filter that like makes everything more like blingy, and it's kind of like that for you. And so it's like all around everybody, and it's like little dancing lights, if you would. You just feel like nice. You feel good about yourself, your self-esteem, and the dopamine's all flowing through you and stuff. You feel a little more lightweight and stuff. Like you can't feel the hat on your head, kind of stuff. And you just hear like this angelic like humming. And what sounds like a melody just constantly kind of playing in the background. It's very faint, but it's just very pleasant and pleasing. And that's about it.
So I'm like sitting, and I just let out this.
It's like it's kind of like I wear my sunglasses.
Yeah, like something like that.
I'm just like I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
you get very spacey. Yeah.
And I like pick up my hat, and I like. And I like put it back down.
Alright, well, looks like unless you want to be high, you should probably stay away from the food. Where is that Sven?
I'm just out on the picnic table by
Yeah,
the
he's
house.
been-
Like,
he's
just like tuning
out
my
back.
music and stuff, just minding my business.
He's out back. So I start walking through Rahun's Forge because it's the closest route. Really
Sure.
Does he
route.
follow? Do you follow him through the Rahun's Forge? Because this is important if you do.
I don't know what I'm feeling right now. So like, I like get up to take a step. Am I able to take?
Yeah,
a step?
Yeah,
fine.
you're able to walk. Fine, you're able to do everything. It like takes the edge off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing like
Okay, so
too
then
crazy.
yeah, I'll get up and I'll like walk out and like.
Cass, you following?
So when you go through
Both of them?
Rahun's Forge,
Mhm.
that angelic kind of like tune that went from like a nice peaceful thing is more like now think like heavy metal and rock, a little more anger through like Rahun's Forge. And once you step back out, it's back to that like angelic like music.
So I will step out and just be like, and then I'll like step in. And I'll be
yeah. Definitely more like you hear like tribal
It's like,
drums and stuff.
Oh,
So-
your music.
And I'll like do that a couple times, and then I'll like get a little dizzy, and I'll be like, alright, I'm just gonna stay out here.
Okay. So you guys all walk toward this table where you see he's just kind of like looking at a variety of things.
I'm like tuning my lute and my violin real quick.
What did you do to the food? What did you do to the food?
I look around for food. I see no food.
No, the food inside the house. Did you put mushrooms in it or something?
I'm gonna prop 2 charges of my staff of power and start
you like them, though?
levitating.
No,
And start levitating.
Yes.
So he's like,
You look very
No. Yeah, no, I just like I'm like in a very fluid dance
they
motion.
can't-
I like hit the staff down on the ground, and I just start like levitating.
Did you cause this? For him
I
to
don't
be
know,
acting
but
like
I
this?
love what he's on right now. And I start mimicking what he's doing and stuff.
And I'm levitating with my staff, mind you, but I'm also like,
Well, if you did spike the food, I'd prefer you not do that to our guards who are keeping watch.
you look past Fen as you see the armor that you guys have also roaming the field. It's also like,
The armor?
yeah,
Like with no body inside of it.
yeah, like the armor is just the greaves and everything is just.
and I like make my way over to the armor.
Oh, I'm following with him. I just like,
And we're like-
walk backwards dancing. And I'm
And
just
like,
like,
And the
just
armor is
take
just kind
the
of like.
edge off. And I cast Mage Hand and start like floating mushrooms in front of
So,
you
like,
guys.
the line of armor is making
Just
this, and
walk
I'm
away.
right above it, levitating with my staff, and I'm like,
I cast dancing lights around us and stuff. It's our own little disco going on.
you know oh my god, the episode of SpongeBob where they're like in the house and the jellyfish are dancing to the
Oh, yeah.
that's exactly.
Exactly. I'll then while we're still dancing and stuff, I'll cast Mage Hand and keep floating a mushroom in front of Cass, and I'm like, time is always on your side, Keeper. Enjoy yourself while you can.
I snatch it out of there. What do you mean about that?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Time.
What do you?
Timekeeper?
Just listen to the music.
You have a mushroom in your hand, I think.
Yeah, she did. She
I
snatched
didn't
it out
I
of.
didn't eat it. I just snatched it out of the air because it was floating in front of my face.
Honestly, I would love for Sam just to pop back into all this.
I don't know, that's up to him. He's scavenging.
Well, he said that he rolled his. Or did you tell him what he got?
Yeah, no, I got him 9, 10, 17, 20, and 18. Are you planning on going back to the group?
I mean, I'm guessing after that I kind of have to.
Okay, cool. So give me a break. I'll have them come in. So for your stuff, you notice that there are no gold. You see no weapons. You find you kind of do a detect magic, and you see traces of magic, but it's none that you've ever seen before. It's not ethereal. It's not invisible. But you definitely see the trace of magic there. For your natural 20, you find a journal that it has days leading up to this takeover, essentially. Where you see as you're reading from the perspective of this farmer, as he says that they've heard of towns being taken with no trace. The weapons and gold seem to be gone. There's no items that are left. What does this mean? What does this you hear of armies massing in the south, but nobody has ever seen these armies. And then the night prior it says. They hear howling in the night. You hear the wisping of the wind, but it's not wisp at all. What is this? And then you hear the last journal entry is they're here. They're not human. They're not of this realm, of this world. They must be forgotten. And then forgotten is kind of like trailed off, and blood is splattered on the last page.
Gotcha.
For the 18, you find a treasure map. With an X being on Mount Vierna, like on the actual volcano part of it. Which unfortunately is actually you don't know. That's kind of where you grew up.
All right.
And then with that, you're gonna teleport back to the.
Yep.
So you teleport back, and you hear like weird music being played. Sort of. You start seeing lights. You walk outside and you see a levitated emerald. You see some new tiefling, black hair, kind of in a man.
Dark purple skin, black horns.
Black horns, dark purple skin. He's kind of like Ouijaing out. He's dancing. There's a plate armor that's dancing, and then you see Baltimore and Cass. As Cass like snatches something from this new person. And you see as they're talking about something.
I just go to Cass and I say, "You can always soar with Corvus. I've done it once before."
What? How do you know so much about us?
Father Roland is such a partier.
What do you know about my father?
What?
How did
feel
you know?
safe.
Brother, will you join us?
I'm going to walk past them and go to my room.
I point to you, I look at you and I say, "Brother, will you join us?"
You
For
just,
everything that's going
The
on.
underworld can wait. You can party.
Alright, so you just go to your room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, because whatever's going on is too much for me right now.
Sure.
Bye, friend.
As I'm walking out, I'm gonna go, what the fuck, and turn around and walk back to my room.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you taking a mushroom would leave you open to demons taking over.
Or suppress them. Listen to the music. Listen to your heart.
Who are you?
I'm Sven. I'm a friend.
Yet you know stuff about us.
I know things and stories. And I listen to music.
So tell us a story.
What would you like to hear?
What about a Roland?
Well, most I know is has a daughter. Corvus was his companion, now yours. There are many like him. Well, much wisdom, but he is the wisest.
Timekeeper protectors?
Oh, and you must win.
Win what?
I don't know. Win. Wind. Thaumaturgy casts wind.
Why'd you call me brother?
I don't know. Seems right.
You have any stories about me?
I'm sure there will be plenty for you. Great Underlord! The only things I do know, though, one must be crowned. Krukas, Rhaegon, Craven. Listen to the music.
Power within. Power within.
Krukas, you know who the fuck this person is?
Krukas?
That's my brother.
Oh.
I say
wrong
that
one.
out loud.
Sorry.
That's my brother!
I meant the other one.
That's my brother!
Brother!
Yeah, you're
Kratos.
supposed to
I
be in
meant
the
Kratos.
Kratos? Sure, so you say that out loud, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure. So you guys all hear this. As what was the question specifically?
Kratos, who the fuck is this guy?
Are you speaking?
I have no
What language
idea.
are you speaking?
However, he's quite interesting.
Probably common, honestly.
Yeah, you said you have like this dancing dude in front of you. You got a dancing dude above you. You got this
Listening to
plate this.
Baltimore. So does he respond?
Who?
You said his name aloud. Kratos? Is that one of your demons?
Yeah.
Actually, I know that. Kratos and Bella, because we typed their names into the...
Well, we didn't type their names, but they started to type, but yeah.
What language do they speak, by the way?
Speak common to me.
Yeah, but what's their demon language?
Well, demons speak abyssal. Devils speak infernal.
Good to know. So I don't say it out loud, but that'll be the language that I learn
Sure.
for my level.
You study and do that thing, yeah?
Is
Yeah.
infernal?
No, abyssal.
Oh, okay.
Abyssal. They start saying things, I'm gonna know. Does he respond?
He doesn't know who that is.
Well,
How long does
even
this
though
levitate?
It's
an
just
hour.
basic
It's an
level
hour.
cast spell, yeah.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
basic
an
level
hour.
though. So, I mean, you can command it. You can just kind of let it go down
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah.
You can get it raised a little bit. You
Yep.
can get it like go down. You can go sideways with it.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm flowing with the music, so.
Won't you join us? It is so peaceful.
I don't know you, man. And I'm not joining none of that.
I don't know you, man, and I ain't joining none of that.
I think you already did, Emerald.
This feeling is something else.
I'm
Better
gonna leave
enjoy
you to
yourself
it.
before the dark
What was that?
masses arrive.
What dark masses are you talking about?
What dark masses?
You see as Leroy kind of comes out, he's just like, hey, what's everybody doing?
Child!
Don't eat the stew, boy.
This.
Would you like a mushroom?
I just ate this. Whoa.
I go up and I grab his little hands and I start dragging him towards the dancing lights. I pick him up on top of my shoulders. No. I stop him from doing that.
Keep
but-
your clothes on. Please tell me that Lacey and Tracy didn't eat the stew.
After a minute, you just see Lacey and Tracy come out. They're like, oh my god! 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 And you see as they start making their way. And you see as Kyla coming out and she has like a dress, and you see as she's like blowing her dress back and forth. She's like a little girl. What was that?
I said it just got real.
Yeah. So now there's like a little party out, and everybody just kind of like.
I'm gonna use divine sense.
Yeah.
So specifically for him,
Okay.
if he's
And it's based on alignment, right?
yeah.
You don't get either or, bro.
True, neutral.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the truest.
Probably chaotic.
And then Leroy's kind of like,
I'm good.
Kath,
This is chaotic.
are you with me?
I put my hand on him and do lesser restoration.
All right. So you put your hand on him, put less restoration.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, what was that about?
Party pooper.
Who's having fun?
Jesus, bro.
What about working with?
It seems harmless.
What about training with the individual
It seems harmless.
and training with the halfling?
Huh?
Training with the halfling?
What happened?
He doesn't know about it yet.
Can I take another mushroom?
No.
Yes, please.
I insight check him.
No.
How can you? You're probably all about it, honestly.
18.
I ate
18?
the stew.
Yeah, see if he's lying.
Stronger.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Again, he kind of like he's like mushroom, and then he looks at you. He's like,
No.
and you're just like, no, he's not lying. He's telling the truth.
Wait, does Leroy have
And
a
you see
mushroom
as
in
he's
his
like
hand?
touching it. He's like, I don't think Rahun ever listened to you.
Oh.
Yes.
Can I like try to hold person on him before he does it?
Why does it feel right yet?
Oh, my
Give it a
God.
second, child. Let it come natural.
So I guess Rahun wanted you and your sister to look like fools then too.
Nobody's a fool
Nobody's
here.
a fool.
You're
I'm having
simply
fun.
enjoying life.
Oh, wait.
There it
Oh,
comes.
man.
Just listen to the music.
And you're jeopardizing the safety of everybody who lives here.
Awesome, it's kind of funny.
But if some dark force comes here and our soldiers are up there,
That is true. Sven, eat all the mushrooms you please. But please leave our guards alone so they can protect the establishment while you dance around.
Okay.
And you see is like Lacey and Tracy, like they take like they kind of make like this circle, and they're kind of like going like this with Kyla, like very appropriate.
Yes.
For a little.
Does it
And
ever
then you
start to like wear off?
For about an hour and a half.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I go inside.
You're on time.
I'll follow.
As he's leaving, I'll scream out to Baltimore. You must know the true names of the brothers. That is the only way to win
Oh, boss, I'm in price right now. What you got?
22.
22? Oh yeah, they got natural 19. And their pluses too. Exactly. So you're like walking and you just feel your whole body just come to a screeching halt. You know why.
Like it's the same feeling as the night before?
No, not that they're coming up. They're forcing you to stop because now there's information pertinent to what's happening right then. You know what I'm saying? So they're not like coming up through you.
Okay.
They're stopping you like you're not leaving until we know more about that type deal. And you get that feeling. And then you see Allura, he kind of goes in between Lacey, Tracy, and Kyle, and he's like,
Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Pace yourself. Cass, would you not like to soar high?
You're always like doing this number, and then Kyle's like, oh. And then just Lacey and Tracy, they're all doing this thing now. They're just in there.
And I'm currently dancing with my staff.
Okay.
I'm gonna scream to Cass. Don't you want to
Waltzing
soar
in the
high
air.
with Corvus as I pick up Kyla and I start like flying her around like she's flying and stuff?
You know, I kind of do, but I'm afraid I have to be the responsible adult here.
Your time for that will come, like all things. Enjoy the now.
So I'm waltzing in the air with my staff. Yes. Yes.
Just so you know, the music though is like going to whatever your mood is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sure.
What would happen to Baltimore's demons if you took it?
Who knows? Can't be any worse than being crowned the Lord of the Underworld.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No,
Did I
genuinely.
hear
As
that?
I'm
You
walking
notice,
back over, and I'm like, what do you mean by their names?
You're not walking yet.
We already know their names.
You're
You're
still
not-
stuck.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you're still
Oh,
stuck.
I'm still
You're
stuck?
still stuck, yeah.
Oh, I thought...
So you're like, boom, you can respond, but you're kind of like stuck right here real quick.
So, what do you mean by their real names? And no, I don't.
I cast Mage Hand. And I float the mushroom. Find out. Hear my stories.
You have these.
But I can't even move!
You can move your mouth, you can talk.
So I'm gonna waltz my way over to that mushroom and pluck it out of the air.
I still have that one in my
Take
hand.
some time to do that because
Yeah,
you're waltzing
that's
over
fine.
there, but
Yeah.
Cass, you still have that, never-ending rope?
I do.
Do I hear all this going on from my
my
room?
Jesus
God,
Christ!
bruh.
Can you bound me?
No, you don't. You hear like some stuff happening outside, but no. You don't hear the conversations of it.
If you
No. I hear them like being loud and obnoxious, correct?
Oh yeah, like the racket, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna walk out then.
Okay, so you walk out.
Just
Okay.
be ready to say the word if you need.
So
Wait. Not everybody
You
can
see
take
it's
a
like-
mushroom, and I can't take a mushroom.
So I've been
I have to be the
waltzing around at this
responsible
point.
adult.
I walk up to you and I'm like, then don't.
I'm
Baltimore, you're like you're like looking at the door as the door
Let me
opens up.
tie it
Sam's
up,
like
son.
he walks out and he's like looking at all you like.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to. How many people right now are drugged?
at least 7.
Lacey, Tracy, Kyla, Leroy.
6, 7.
There it
7.
is.
7. I almost
Alright.
seven.
So I'm going to grab the tiefling and I'm going to dimension door him down to the basement and I'm going to walk through with him and I'm going to teleportation scroll him to a random city.
Hold on. Hold on. So, because that's got to go action because he's pretty far away from you. So
I'm waltzing around collecting
so
mushrooms.
you get over to Baltimore.
I'm collecting the mushroom.
So you're gonna pull from the mage hand. All right. So you pull it from the mage hand. I'll let you do
I'm
anything.
going
Mage
to
Hand
tie.
can't do anything
Yeah,
to respond to that.
yeah.
All I can do is like simple actions.
Yeah.
I'm tying Baltimore up.
All right. So you start tying Baltimore up. You see as Sam like just starts beelining it straight to Sven.
I
Sam,
see his
what-
hostility and stuff. Charm person.
What are you doing?
There's no hostility. I'm just walking up. Like there's nothing.
Okay. You can insight for intent.
Charm person.
Okay. Just charm person. All right. Cool. What's charm person?
Charisma saving throw, I think?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Against your charisma?
Alright, so he's using charm person.
No,
on
he
you.
just needs to make a wisdom saving throw and be my spell DC. That's it.
Oh, but your spell DC is off of charisma.
Charisma,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
All right, and then you just got to make a wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
17.
Okay.
It's the chocolate factory.
So I'm making a wisdom saving throw, not a charisma saving throw?
Correct, wisdom.
Nat 20?
Cool.
So you go to like charm person him, and like you kind of use your instrument or whatever the case may be, and you see as he's just still running, you like didn't affect him. You're just like, oh okay,
Cool.
you can assume he might be a magic user.
Nice. So, Tiefling, what you exactly see when you look at me, you see me in my true form, and you see my face is heavily scarred up, like almost disfigured.
Well, actually, he wouldn't see your face
That's what I was saying. Because he's my same race, he just sees right
because
through.
you have it covered.
Oh, okay. Then he sees the outline of the mask. You see that I'm wearing a mask on my face, and it's definitely like a mask. And then while he's still beelining it towards me, I'll call Corvus down.
Okay. So you call Corvus?
Mm-hmm. Just have him land on my
so
shoulder.
you're heading over to him, and you're just what, like? You see as Corvus kind of comes down and perches on his shoulder.
I'm gonna swat Corvus away.
Oh, Jesus.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you doing?
There it is.
Make a.
Mending this right now so I can go the hell
No.
sleep.
And I kind of put my hand in front of Sven, like, what are you doing? He is...
You see as like Corvus I'm sorry, but Corvus is he takes his talons and he latches into your shoulder.
No emotion.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
As you see as like Corvus is like. Well, I can't make a pecking sound, but.
I scratch him underneath
At
the
you?
chin.
Oh, eat the
Sam.
mic?
At Sam. I scratch Corvus's chin and have him kind of like calm down a little bit. And then I feed him a mushroom.
Just go with us then.
Sam,
Feed
for
Corvus
whatever
a
reason,
mushroom.
we need Sven.
Not right now, we don't.
Can I try and shove the mushroom that I have? How close am I to Sam?
He's casting Dimension Door.
Counterspell.
Counterspell.
I'll recast it.
Counterspell again.
What are you
should
doing?
have one.
I have it for multiple different levels. I
Okay,
can cast
then
it
I'm
for.
going to have Corvus, like...
So now we have a counterspell, and we have another Dimension Door, and then counterspell.
Yeah, I can cast it at 5th level. I can cast it at 4th level. I can cast it at 3rd level. I can keep casting it for as many slots as I have.
No. What level is Counterspell at? The base level.
3rd level, but I can also count it at 5th level or 4th level or anything. Yes, you can.
Alright, well then we take drastic measures. I teleportation scroll the entire house.
You can't.
Everything that's within that teleportation sigil I can, so there's gonna be a big hole in the house.
Now he's clearly he's getting frustrated.
No, I'm
He's
saying
getting,
the magic on the house you can't.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's wards and magic on the house that has prevented that Baltimore and
The
we
great
put a shit ton of stuff in there.
dude, I took a lot of precautions.
friend.
So
I
your-
don't
like,
see
your
the
spell,
reason
like your
for
spell
hostility.
fizzles like as you go, just because it's not because of anybody out here, but because of the house itself.
Friend, I don't understand the hostility.
I'm walking downstairs and I'm teleporting away.
Okay, so you see as Sam begins to walk away.
And as I'm going, I say, I will not be back. And I teleport out back to Arcadia. And that's it.
Okay.
Bye, friend. It was nice meeting you.
No, he's still there. So he walks away, and then what are you guys doing?
I'm still standing in front of them now as I feed Corvus a mushroom.
Corvus doesn't take the mushroom. You see, he's just like,
Okay, old friend, I understand. That time is past.
he doesn't snicker, but you know what I mean.
So, Would you like to
Baltimore,
fly?
are you eating the mushroom?
Friend, you look like you could use some help. Are you stuck?
So I'm bound as best as she can with the endless rope.
I
Right.
can always say the word.
Sure, give me a mushroom.
Emerald has one. I'm gonna eat the one in my hand.
Wait, how are you gonna say the word?
Huh? I said I can always say the word.
She still has
It doesn't,
full.
it doesn't take
It doesn't-
you away mentally.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes off the edge.
Alright, so you guys all go into this.
I never said that I ate a mushroom.
You've been on the mushroom.
No, I ate the stew.
Oh yeah, but that's,
I didn't eat a direct
Found the
mushroom.
stew, which is a mushroom.
Do you
Correct. His will fade away sooner than
Yeah,
theirs.
do you
will.
eat the
Yeah.
whole thing?
Very well.
Did you
I
eat the
don't.
whole thing?
No, I didn't.
I can make it taste better. Thaumaturgy, make it taste like chocolate.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you have an extra level into something other than Bard?
Me?
Yes.
No.
You shouldn't have counterspell then.
It's called Magical Secrets. I achieve any spells that I can learn from anybody of any class.
Wow. It's a level.
It's a bard thing. It's called Magical Secret, so I can learn whatever spells I want from any class and any race or whatever.
Okay, so with that, all of you guys go into a shroom-like
I do not.
whatever.
You're still
You're
in
in
Shut
it.
up.
You're in it.
No.
I don't.
As the bard begins to tell his tales,
Oh lord.
and that's what we're in tonight.
Oh, fuck off. Come on, all that shit. We still got 15 minutes. Come on to midnight.
That's true.
Tell the fucking story.
He's
I
got
can
it.
tell the stories.
There's. Well, I think it was gonna take more than 15 minutes, and there's already hostility started, and I'd rather just snip it in the butt now, so that way there's not. That way we can start next week, and you guys have fresh minds, other than being
Even
upset.
somebody else in chat is saying, tell the freaking story.
What?
I can. I can do it.
If everybody is unanimous in it, and we can get it through without having arguments and confrontation, then feel free to do so. If not, I'm gonna cut it out now,
I don't know what it's about, but I don't care.
just in general.
We went through all this shit. I kind of just want to hear the damn story now.
Go ahead. I'm gonna fix me coffee because I don't need to be here.
The one time you gave him a half a cup.
We shall start with the story of the Brothers of Hell. Baltimore, a follower of Marlesh. One who is but not truly forgotten. The curse that has been laid on you and your people, and the followers of Marlesh, have all heard the tales of the Brothers of Hell. A story of demon brothers born to kill each other to fight for the throne of the underworld. At last, they must defeat the Father. That isn't important for you to know. The true names of the brothers. That will force the fight. Cass, daughter of Roland, timekeeper. She must fight and win this time period. Corvus, the wisest and strongest of the timekeeper protectors. I've met many of his friends, many with different stories. Swam in the oceans, flied in the skies. Those are a story for another time. This is a story of love between a man full of hate and a woman imprisoned in her own lands. The Black Lung name, known for royalty and deception. dark mass arises. People of the South have been dying. Cities laid to waste. No evidence of a population. Mass amounts of people just vanishing. Some to reappear in raids of caverns. But magical weapons nor regular weapons have any effect on them. The enemy is not ethereal, invisible, shadow, or even of this earth, or plane, or dimension. New weapons must be made to combat this amassed force. There are stories of a man attempting and dead man's peace. It's just varieties of that. I don't go into too much detail of things.
Wait, tell us about Emerald.
The fallen god, the one of trees. You know his story. You've lived it.
It is true.
Tell us about you.
Ooh.
That's when all joy leaves my face.
Ooh.
Music, I stop, I walk away.
Buzzkill.
I didn't mean to offend.
I stop halfway, and you see a flash of light. I turn back around, and you guys see me removing what looks like a mask, and now I'm in my tiefling form. Dark purple skin, pitch black dark horns, no hair, gold just kind of hanging from the chains and stuff. Face brutally fucking like distorted. Scars all around. You can clearly see there's a giant beast claw that goes down my right eye. Probably explains why I'm blind. I've done many terrible deeds that I've been punished for. Put my mask back on. Now I try to forget. Eat a mushroom, go to bed. That's all I'm giving them for tonight.
You guys finish out writing your highs. Emerald, you come out of yours sooner than them. But you guys all keep your minds. It's not like a drug that you start hallucinating or anything like that. It's mere that it cuts off the edge. You feel just kind of relaxed. And more of like not like a haze, but kind of like the light is magnified, if that makes sense. And that's where like little specks of light will come into that, and that's where you guys see that. So what do you guys do after you are?
So I get untied.
Oh yeah, I'll untie you.
So I just stare at you with like a very stone face.
You went to bed.
What? Oh, you just walked off?
Well, I'm like,
I thought you said you took a mushroom and went to bed.
yeah, like I'm going towards like the guest house, and I'm like packing up to like get ready and cast my tiny hut and shit. But like I'm still there long enough for it if you want to do something.
So when she unties me, do I have full control over my body now?
Yes.
So I just kind of stare at you, not really saying anything. And after like a moment or two of, I guess, just because you're in your true form now? Or did you put the mask
I put
back
the
on?
mask back on, so
Okay.
yeah, because I'm very, you can tell, like,
Self-conscious about what you, yeah.
very
I got you.
ashamed of that, yeah.
So I just stare at you for a moment, and after I'm untied and everything, and then I just say, Vincula.
You see the chains come right. Brings them in.
I'm going to bed.
I'll head to bed.
Lacey and Tracy and everybody, they finish off and they're just like, whoa. tired. And they go to sleep. You go to sleep. You go to sleep.
Yeah, just because of the fact that I had to bring up and I'm thinking about my own past now, I just kind of like stay a little awake and I just play a very melodical lullaby kind of tune on my lute. Very slow, just like one pick of the string at a time kind of thing.
Cool. Okay. So you guys all go to bed to the lute that slowly is being sound throughout the whole mansion, coming from the outside. You know that as you guys are going inside, you know that more snow begins to drift down for the night. And we'll go ahead and end it there for the night. As you guys all fall asleep to the night. That'll end tonight's session. We appreciate you guys staying tuned. Going through the different varieties of players and how they play. I know that there's a person in the chat, Miss Confined. She I would assume it's a she, if not it's a he.
We don't assume genders.
We don't assume genders. That you're going to be playing a player, a tiefling bard, starting up. Just wanted to kind of, I'm a female, well, welcome. She wants to kind of learn a little bit about what it is to play D&D, how to play D&D, and kind of give some perspective. So I will open up the floor to you and the chat.
That's their opinion.
I will open up the chat and you guys to kind of talk about it. And give her a player perspective on, being a tiefling bard in a new game that she's playing. She's never played D&D before. Just kind of give it your point of views on how that goes.
My best advice I could give you is just remember you're playing somebody you created, a new person, a sim, if you would. They're not you. So when you're thinking about things, try to think of it from their point of view and their perspective as if they were alive and real with their own emotions and their own thoughts and feelings. Don't always base it off of your own personal feelings. That's my best advice I can give you.
I would say that when I first started playing, I first started playing about 7 years ago. With Juan, actually, in a different campaign. And as I was playing, one of my biggest issues at the time was kind of piggybacking off of what Cody was saying, is that, as the Dungeon Master has to play multiple different personalities, multiple different genders and races and all these other type of things. I mean, their whole goal is to build, this environment, this imaginary environment for you to expand into, but one of my biggest issues at first was getting into the character, realizing that this is all just imagination. So if I wanted to flirt with a girl and I'm flirting with clearly a male in front of me, but still nonetheless, I had to disassociate that and just realize that it's part of the game. How
do you help like a new player cope with that? Cope with knowing that I'm meant to be flirting with this real life person, but it's actually a male or the same sex coming back out, because she specified that it's the live action part that hurts her.
Yeah, I try to forget there's people watching. Just to be honest.
So, I guess the thing with me is what helped it for me to get out of that issue was whenever a situation is arising that there might be that awkwardness or whatever because you're speaking to somebody face to face. At least at first for me, it was having the conversation without looking at the person directly, and instead imagining the scenario in my head. Using my imagination again of what does my character look like? What do I imagine my character to look like? And now what do I imagine this other individual would look like? If we're in a bar setting, that I'm at the bar and that I'm sitting at a stool and this other individual is also sitting at the adjacent stool. And I'm imagining this conversation transpiring between us without actually looking at the individual that I'm having the conversation with in the real world, and I'm just imagining what's happening in the game.
She posed a good question as well. I don't know if you see it on there, but she said that her boyfriend actually plays in the game, so it's kind of embarrassing and kind of awkward flirting with an imaginary person.
So I also run another campaign with another group of individuals on Sundays and Mondays. Sometimes we get together, whatnot. And actually, two of the individuals in the campaign are currently engaged to each other. However, they actually so there's one character, an NPC in the game that I play, in which one of the female, she actually is in love with this individual who is me in a sense, and then her fiance is in love with another individual who is also me. So at first it may seem awkward in a sense, but it comes down to that dissociation of being like, none of this is real, and that it's just pure fun, it's just imagination, and that's just what you have to do with it. At least that's how I look at it. I don't know if that helps. But I also do know of another group that played, not any that I was a part of, just another group in which when they made their characters, a couple made their characters for a campaign, they actually made their couples together. Like they made their characters that they were together to help weave away from those potential awkwardness or issues.
Hey babe, what do you think from a girl's perspective? Like being able to play a game, maybe with a more male dominant, but being able to role play.
That's not weird for me, but I guess because I know these guys from before D&D, so that's not weird. But I feel awkward with the role playing, just by nature. I don't really like to role play. And then getting over the live stream, I have to pretend like nobody's watching. Yeah, that's it.
Just jump in feet first.
I want to roll to seduce the enemy. Absolutely.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not
sometimes
at all.
it works.
That's a bar.
sometimes it works, man.
That's a
You just
bar.
gotta go with it.
I mean, that's
Watch a show called Critical Role.
yeah, actually.
That helps.
Just watch it's a YouTube show. They've had 2 campaigns. It's on Geek and Sundry. Watch them and just realize that literally it's nothing but them coming together and playing a big daydream that they're all a part of. They're all just daydreaming about doing random stupid stuff, and they're doing it.
Which is actually another really good thing, especially with with like playing with somebody that you're romantically involved with, because watching Critical Role, the dungeon master was dating the druid in the beginning of it. I believe they're married now.
Yeah, they're married now.
So in the beginning, the dungeon master and the druid they were dating, and then but the druid's character was in love with the rogue, and the rogue was in love with them or with her, and so that was but they played everything flawlessly in various different ways. Along with the ranger was actually dating the barbarian, or no, was married to the barbarian in real life. However, she was in love with the gunslinger, and the gunslinger was in love with her. So it's just really good to watch that if you're trying to figure out like where is that line to help with embarrassment, with playing with somebody that you're romantically involved with.
Now,
They do a phenomenal job.
They are professional improvers and actors and voice actors and stuff, so they've done that for many years. But the whole point about it is how they're successfully able to do that in any acting role is they're not themselves when they do it. They are They embody the other person they make. Like, you just have to embrace who you make.
I mean, I don't know if you specified. I was doing something quick, but another good thing to also note too is that when you're going about doing those relationships, or you're going about doing something that you ever feel worried about, maybe what the other person may think, it's not a bad idea to maybe sit down prior to the session, or even like, take a side note, out of game, to be able to be like, hey, I'm about to go do this, is that okay with you, or is that okay with your person out? Because unless you're 100% professional or 100% like complete friends with the person, and they know how you are, it's always good to take a step and maybe like say like, hey, my character would do this in this scenario. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but if that's gonna affect you like out of game, and that's really gonna be something that's not gonna be okay, then maybe readjust what your character would do that would still do it, but maybe in a different way, maybe in a long-lasting way, or maybe in a future type way. And that'll help save any issues maybe with yourself or with your boyfriend. Because like if you go to flirt with something or someone, and maybe you need to take it to another level where a basic flirt is not going to do it. Because I've played with DMs that will do that, and you're like, maybe you gotta sleep with them for the night. It's D&D, so make sure that and if the DM somehow is like, hey, we need details, like you need the deets, and you got to go deep in that. You want to make sure that you and your spouse are going to be okay with being able to pull that off, and that's going to make sure that you and your spouse are okay. But B, it's going to make it that much better for the D&D campaign, because people are going to talk about that moment.
Yeah. Like my sluttiest sister, Atreya, who slept with an old man to get information.
That's true.
So anyway, but Miss Confine, we do enjoy you stopping in. We'll be here next week, so you'll be able to kind of see how it continues further, and how the players decide to take their own routes. But we will go ahead and end out tonight's session. It is past 12. We usually end at 11. So we appreciate everybody staying in. And we'll see you next week here on Epic Interactions. You guys keep it as epic as possible.